Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, to Whisper of Winter, Chapter 2, Requiem of the Chained King. We are like Kingdom Hearts levels of subtitles at this point. Um, my name is Carlo. I'll be your dungeon master for this sequel campaign. This is the first I think we're ever doing on this channel. Um, and real quick, thank you, Angel, for running the stream for me. I'm going to kind of uh, my Wi-Fi is just not equipped to handle streaming, so
No
thanks.
problem.
All right. Cool. Then let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it. So before we begin today's story, as you might have assumed, this is a sequel story. So to give a little context, what happened in the previous campaign, in the original Whisper of Winter? Well, here's what happened. So there were five heroes who stood against the Lord of the Hells, Asmodeus. And those heroes were Hellera, Stamos, Salthos, Cristalina, and Jason. Basically, they searched for vestiges of divergence and tracked down Asmodeus to this place called the Castle Moving Shadows, where they then banished him beyond the Divine Gate with the help of the Knowing Mistress and the god of creation, Hephaestus. After vanquishing Asmodeus, the heroes went their separate ways. Hellera, in her in her journey to vanquish Asmodeus from the Nine Hells, had to defeat her father, Satan. Long story. But in defeating her father, she then took her place as the ruler of the second layer of the Nine Hells, the Fire Queen, alongside her lovely wife, Anya Dathana. Stamos returned home to Port Zune, and ended up marrying his husband, Prince Razior, who the two of them then become the proper heir to King Crestos, who Stamos restored his relationship with. Jason often frequented Exandria and Wildmount specifically, often showing his kids around the place, and giving them a good lay of the land, giving like a tour and stuff. Salthos started a daycare for children that felt lost in the world, kind of relating to that story and giving those children a home to go to. And Cristalina returned home as well. Some of the memories of her time with the party staying, others vanishing. And Exandria, for a long, long time, finally knew peace. After betrayer gods were all sent beyond the Divine Gate, and they could not fuck with anything on the material plane any longer. At least, that is until today. The reason being, the year is 948 PD, or post-divergence. Let's go ahead and do a little roll to see which one of our PCs is going to be introduced first, shall we? Let's see here. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, cool. So, as we begin, camera starts on a shot of just the ocean. We are looking down and we can see just these calm waves move back and forth. We just see, a calm ocean, not disturbed by too much. It's a quiet, peaceful summer's day. Normally, nothing here would be too interesting or too disturbing. Most of the wildlife and most of nature is just on its own, at peace, living here in this strange area. And as we follow this, almost like the Kingdom Hearts intro, we follow the camera up from the water, up to the beach, and we see our first PC. Standing on the beach, looking over the kind of calm ocean before him, we see Lou's character. Lou, could you go ahead and describe what your character looks like?
Okay. So, he's very much a copy and paste of Stamos. He's got the long color black hair, he's got his horns. His face looks very much like like Stamos. The only difference is he's pale skinned. He has the skin of Razia. He's a skin colored boy instead of fucking purple. He does have Razia's eyes, so he is very much the middle of those two.
Nice. And what is your character's name, by the way?
Ah, right. His name is Fenkaen Crestos.
Fenkaen. All right.
Yes.
Cool. So, Fenkaen, you are standing there on the beach. You see before you the ocean is moving back and forth, very relaxing, almost setting you off to sleep. And you feel the warm sun pointing down. It's a very peaceful summer's day. But you see no more than 10 to 15 feet to your left your ship. For no longer than 10 minutes ago, your ship crashed. Not knowing where any of your crew are, standing isolated and alone on this beach with the sun pointing down at you, what does Fenkaen do?
His breathing just starts getting like choppy and heavy as he tries really hard just to stay in the moment and not lose himself. Like his hands are shaking. He's got one hand gripped onto his other wrist, trying to just breathe as he just walks towards the ship and just slowly walks around, just trying to find something.
You walk around the exterior of the ship, and as you do, go ahead and roll me a perception check if you don't mind. Cool. 17. As you are walking around the exterior of the ship, you are trying to find any sign of life. And directly behind you, there is a little bit of a forest. There's a kind of like foresty area where you see this man emerges, about 6'2". He's kind of got this he's like broad shouldered. He's got like black hair and like a black beard. Looks like some kind of elf. And he has like a rapier, like a swashbuckler hat, and he's got like an eye patch. Looks over to you, and you hear this voice behind you call out and go, "Boy, you lost."
Fenkaen just whips around and his hand goes to his back where he has his trident strapped to his back, and he's just staring daggers at this man, trying to figure out who the fuck he is and if he has to kill him.
He looks at you. He sees kind of like your hand on your trident. He immediately puts his hands up in this like kind of surrender motion. You see he takes a step forward cautiously and goes, "Whoa, whoa. Take it easy, all right? All I want to know is if you were part of that crew that crashed. And if you are, maybe I can help you."
He looks back to the boat and then just like slowly nods, but his hand still on his trident.
You see he takes a step forward and says, "All right. So then it seems we have common interests here." And his hand immediately goes down to his rapier as he approaches you aggressively, pointing his sword towards you. What do you do?
Just fucking he has no trust in anyone. So as soon as he saw that hand go for the rapier, he pulled out the trident and just fucking threw it.
Cool. Go ahead and make me a go ahead and roll a strength check for me at advantage.
Okay.
This is getting interesting. Not only, it's like, what, 10 minutes in and we already got combat?
Cool.
Do not take the one.
You throw the trident directly towards this man. You see that it goes wide. You see that it lands in the sand directly behind him and says, you see he looks at you and he says, "I didn't immediately, I'll admit, I didn't immediately take you for someone dangerous, but maybe you can prove me wrong. The only thing you need to know is that this needs to end here." You see that he takes another step forward towards you, and you go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw, if you'd be so kind.
Maybe I don't want to.
On an 11, you feel a heartbeat, and you can feel yourself completely lose control. You see all around you the world completely begins to darken, and after this heartbeat sound kind of fades, all you can hear is the sound like a clock ticking. And as the world continues growing darker, you see that this man directly in front of you also can see that the world is darkening, and he looks around panicked, goes, "The hell are you doing?" And as you completely lose control of yourself, you completely lose consciousness. For 5 entire minutes, the world seems dark. You can hear your heartbeat. You can hear screaming. You can hear ripping, gnawing, tearing. You can feel anger, but you can't see anything. And 5 minutes later, when your eyes open up, you are holding this man's lifeless body like a paper doll in your hands, blood all over your own body.
And he just drops it. Does not care.
It hits the sand, lifeless. And you wake up. You wake up from this dream. You are on horseback in a forest. You're heading towards Zadash for the festival. The amazing equivalent of Halloween in Exandria, the Night of Ascension. You have heard that there's going to be lots of merrymaking and a lot of festivities here in Zadash. How is Fenkaen feeling as he's on his way?
Like he just shoots up and he's like breathing, fucking, like kind of just like flops over to his side because his heart feels like it's just fucking came out of his chest. But he just kind of lays there, breathes through it. He's good. He's got it. He knows what to do. He's been through this. And then he gets up and he just goes about his routine. He packs up his stuff, gets ready. He's off to go to the festival. He's here to enjoy himself. He wants to just have fun, maybe meet some new people. He just wants to go out there and be himself.
Nice. So yeah, you gather up your belongings from your campsite and hop onto your horse, and it takes off towards the dash. Amazing. We're gonna cut over to our next PC now. Let's give it a roll to see who's going next.
Okay, what the fuck was that?
Whoever is Lukas, I can see your entry, and I was like, it keeps popping up, so I looked at it, and
Okay,
then I go, it's a fucking dream. Oh, it's so funny. It's a fucking dream.
I'm writing notes, okay? Fuck off.
Can I just feel your
It's
nose
so
at all?
funny.
Yes. Yeah, you guys can borrow my fucking notes. I don't care.
God.
Damn, I'm doing it for my own character.
Oh yeah, I should
Okay,
probably
no,
open up a
seriously,
slide
what the
thing.
fuck are you guys seeing when I'm doing that shit? Because I have no fucking clue.
It seems like every time you update it, it like puts it in chat so we can read all of it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. I gotta figure a way to silence that.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It's great. It's a fucking dream. Try not to laugh whilst we're doing this emotional thing. It's a fucking dream.
Damn.
Amazing.
This is gonna be great.
All right. I need to pull something up here. Okay, cool. So we cut away from there. As you are heading off, your horse trotting through the forest. Cool. We are going to then, the camera swings all over Wildmount, showing the various, just kind of like fantastic creatures and like elves, dragonborns. We're here, we're in Exandria, all throughout Wildmount, and people are getting ready as they prepare their costume for the Night of Ascension festival there in Zadash. However, we settle the camera down upon this one castle in the northern area of Wildmount, where we see that there is a little bit of turmoil. We see that there is a king and a queen standing there in the throne room arguing with each other. The king is very angry and isn't seeming to understand why his wife is angry at him, and his wife is angry at the fact that he doesn't understand her and can't believe that her husband would blame his own daughter for something so remarkably impossible. For what she knows of her daughter, she could never do what her husband is suggesting that she has done. A chancellor comes up to the king, looks at him and says, "Your Highness." The king looks angrily over and says, "Please tell me you have some sort of update. You have something on her. Please." The chancellor sadly shakes his head. The king walks over to a desk in the room, swipes all the paper off of it in this angry two-arm sweep, and says, "Damn it! What do I pay you for?" And you see the chancellor says, "Your Highness, I'm sorry. Posters are up all over the continent. We are trying very hard to locate Adelaide, but we cannot find her." The king looks and says, Fine, then. What I want from you, and from you, looks over to his wife, is for no contact to be made with me until my daughter is found and until her safety is guaranteed. The Queen says nothing more and leaves the room. The Chancellor awkwardly reaches a hand out in the King's direction, unsure of what to say, goes. The camera sweeps away from the castle, also to another forest, where the camera pans down through the thick forested area, and we see a little bit of light coming in even through the shade of the trees. There's a little bit of sunshine. And on a horse on her way to Zadash for the festival, we see Roz. Roz, could you go ahead and describe your character?
Absolutely. My character is a young human woman with fair skin, straight black hair that's partially pulled back, and blue eyes. She's wearing a black dress with a square neckline and long sleeves, some red beaded necklaces, and some silver rings.
Amazing. You are on horseback on your way to this festival, where you have heard that there will be merrymaking and a lot of festivities and very much excitement. What is your passive perception?
13.
13. As you are riding this horse through the forest, you look maybe 30 feet to your left, and you see a full search party of various elves and some gnomes as well that are searching through the forest. And you hear one of them say, "I thought I saw her come this way." And you can guess that your father has sent out search parties all over the continent for you.
I will quickly turn away and use disguise self to change my appearance to one of the soldiers and try to quickly and hopefully stealthily make my way away from them.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Oh. If you see that the search party kind of stops and looks in your direction, the one at the kind of front, with like a long black hair and he's got like silver armor, stops his troop, goes up to you, kind of like he's not even on horse. He just kind of like walks up to you. You see, he says, "Excuse me, stop. May I trouble you for a second?"
Oh, absolutely.
Very sorry to bother you. We were sent by the king to search for his daughter, and well, we were just hoping, I don't know, if maybe you'd seen any young women run through this area lately?
No, I'm afraid I haven't. I haven't seen anybody here.
Are you entirely sure?
As far as I'm aware.
Right. And have you seen any lost young women in any areas close to this one?
I'm afraid the only people that I've seen are normal travelers. I never paid attention to who they were.
Give me a deception check.
Fuck. 13.
Cool. I'm gonna make oh shit, I just dropped my thing. Make a little roll.
I can't believe my first roll was in that one.
Cool. He says, well, all right then. But if you do find anything, of course, feel free to come and find me. I will be in Zadash shortly. My name is Cyrus, by the way.
A pleasure to meet you. I'll be sure to keep an eye out as I travel.
All right. Stay safe. And he pats your shoulder.
You as well. Safe travels. And I hope you find who you're looking for.
Let's hope so too. He walks off. And you make your way to Zadash, having successfully evaded this search party. When you arrive there in Zadash, first of all, Zadash itself is this kind of triangular city with it has these walls that are maybe 20 to 30 feet high to kind of protect it. And you arrive. It's this busy kind of castle town where there's different kind of like districts and people walking around. And that is kind of one of the first things you notice is, well, while everyone is in costume and making merry and setting up the festival, you do also see a lot of posters showing missing Adelaide all over town.
I'll just, once I start noticing them, I'll just try to keep my eyes towards the ground and block them out of my view.
All right. And you head off. Cool, we're gonna cut over to our next PC. Oh yeah. All right. So let's let's see.
Also, for the record, guys, and I'm actually just kind of realizing this even more, any and all entries in the journal section is visible by everyone. So just heads up.
Okay.
That's why everything was vague. But enjoy the lore journal.
Cool.
Lore journal.
The camera shifts away from Zadash. The camera eventually moves up to the skies. We see these various clouds passing by. It's this very peaceful summer's day where things are sort of calm and seemingly peaceful, at least for the time being. As we look up at the clouds, almost in this like Toy Story-esque shot, we eventually move down. It gets a little later into the evening. The sky turns a little orange, and it's almost time for the festival. But there's a little bit of downtime. As the camera eventually swoops down, it settles in upon a wooden wizard's tower, where the arcanist Allura Vysoren has made a temporary home for herself and her wife, Kima. Allura is this elven woman with this long blonde hair braided. The braid like sits on her right shoulder. And she has this like blue dress with like a gold trim. And like, I think she wears heels. I don't remember Allura. Matt, don't kill me. But you see that Allura comes in to the tower and calls. She walks in, and it's this circular room, and there's a stairway at the far end of the room that she then calls up and says, "Kima, how's he doing?" And camera pans up, and we see Kima, who is watching over Allura's student. Kima, by the way, is this dwarven woman, kind of red, like dirty hair. She's a dwarf, so she's very short. And she is currently watching over Allura's student, Lukas. Dan, if you could describe your character for us.
All right. Holy shit, I'm nervous. So Lukas is a younger man with a sort of fair to almost pale skin tone. His hair is a lot longer than from what most people from whoever have been paying attention to this stream or to our channel. The last time that Lukas was seen by anyone was his hair was shorter, but at this point his hair has gotten long and somewhat ragged. And not only did it once be sort of this vibrant vibrant blue, it now is now more of a sort of darkened brown, but there are still hints of blue scattered throughout his hair. His eyes are also sort of this vibrant. Hold on, I actually need to double check to see what color I said his eyes were. Give me 1 second. Double check.
You're
Right,
all
yeah.
good.
So his eyes are sort of blue, sort of a vibrant bluish green teal. But for a human, they're the irises and the corneas are a little more bizarrely shaped, almost not really 100% human-esque. It's just almost more. It's got more of a sort of not like 100% reptilian, but almost definitely more of a slightly more monstrous, for lack of better words. He is sort of dressed in simplistic clothing. He's got a sort of long blue and gray sort of overcoat vest underneath a black shirt with cargo pants. And you can see that on one part of the coat, he is trying to like keep it closer above his neck.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So a little bit ago, Alora had to step out to investigate some sort of magical anomaly and needed Kima to stay and watch. Kima, for the most part, she isn't. She is a paladin, so has a little bit of magical expertise, but not in the same vein as kind of like a wizard. So for the most part, as you are kind of like, because Alora has given you these different kind of meditative stances and breathing exercises and different sort of things to keep your focus aligned. Kima, for the most part, has just kind of been sitting, not really like saying anything, just kind of sitting like quietly in a chair and watching. And every now and again, she looks up and goes, "Mm-hmm." But you see that Alora finally comes back, and Kima, tells her that you've been doing all right. Alora comes up the stairs. And you see she has grown quite old now to the point where she's using kind of like her staff of power as like a walking cane. You can hear the tap of the wood as she comes up the steps and arrives there in the room that you are currently sat and like meditating in. We see along the walls that there are these different drawings of meditative stances and different sort of exercises that Alora, she doesn't have the most martial expertise, but that's kind of where Kima kind of like picks up and is able to help you out. And on the far end of the room, there's also a mysterious locked wooden box. Alora arrives there in the room, and you open your eyes. You're still sitting kind of cross-legged, and you see Alora comes back. She looks at you and says, "Lukas, sorry I had to step out. Have you been faring all right?"
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wonderful. You see she looks at Kima and is like, "If you could excuse us for a moment." "Oh, yeah, sure." Kima walks out. Alora kind of like sits on the floor in front of you and says, Are you sure you're entirely fine?
Better than I was when I first got here.
That is progress. She reaches
it?
over. He nods and says, I think any progress at all is good progress. And, well, she reaches over, kind of hesitatingly puts a hand on your shoulder. She looks at you and says, I know that this has been quite hard for you. And if it were your choice, maybe you wouldn't be here. But your father and I, we were great friends, and he knew how much potential you had, and he wanted to help you, and I want to help you. Do you know why?
Let me guess. Because he's my father and he loves me?
Yes. Is that such a bad thing?
I don't know. You see, Lukas kind of gets up from the sort of sitting and meditating, kind of goes over to the window, looks out, and kind of stares for a sec as you continue talking. He's like, you know, I still have nightmares about it.
I'm sorry. Would it help to talk about it?
Wouldn't be the point. It's not like I haven't talked about it like 50 times already to my dad, to you, to my sister.
I know. And I know it's challenging. Trust me, it's challenging for me as well. Not in the... I didn't mean that to sound that way. I apologize. What I mean is... I know this is difficult. But... And I'm sorry you're struggling with these nightmares. But... maybe it's time we start shifting these meditations and exercises away from what I think will help to what you think you need. So... And she stands. Lukas, what do you want me to do? What do you want Kima to do?
Well, I don't know. Maybe find some way to suppress it? Not the nightmares, that probably is a whole nother thing, but the other thing.
She looks over to the box, and you know what's inside of it. She looks at you and says, are there any other things you would like me to put away?
No. No, that stays with me.
All right. And you hear Kima's voice downstairs shouting, Honey, can you come down here? I want to talk about something. All right. She looks at you. You're going to be all right here on your own. It'll just be a couple minutes.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. She steps down the staircase. Lucas, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. 17.
Nice. You are staring at... You're kind of like looking out the window. You see a little bit of sunlight, that kind of ray lighting up your face as you stand there in light of the sun. Hoping that maybe that'll bring some peace. But your attention, I think, is drawn to that box. Knowing what's inside, you can't help but look at it. Every now and again, your gaze doesn't entirely fixate and stay on it, but every now and again, you just can't help but look over at that box.
Lucas, after several moments of looking between the window and the box, is going to turn away from the window and the view outside, walk over to the box. And you can tell that as he does, part of him is sort of tensing up, like whatever is inside just is something that he just very much does not like. And as he gets within reach of the box, he sort of reaches his hand out to sort of to touch alongside the edge of the box, but doesn't move it to where doesn't move the hand towards the lock in any way, just sort of just sort of has the hand where it's running along the box, and in doing so is just slightly thinking about the past and how it's still kind of hurting him in his heart, even though he said to Laura that he's been doing fine. He really isn't. We'll just leave it. We'll just say that.
Okay. You rolled a 17 on your perception check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You run your hand along the edge of the box, careful not to move your hand towards the lock. And suddenly, behind you, you hear Pongo, please. You hear a dark corridor. And you hear a voice come from out of this portal. See, the voice says, "I never much fancied the design of these things myself, but the old man insisted that we wear them. Said it protected us from the darkness or something. How little he actually knew." You turn around and you see a man standing in Alora's tower in a black coat with black hair, a purple stripe, and he has an eye patch covering a scar over his right eye. He looks at you and says, "And there is the man of the hour."
Who the hell are you?
Whoa, easy there, little wolf. I'm not coming at this with any sort of aggression in my heart. He looks at you and says, but in any case, I suppose I should introduce myself. Where are my manners? Zigbar. And before you introduce yourself, what you should know is, where I come from, you're actually quite famous. You see, he looks at you and says, your little misadventures with that oh so intriguing group of people. I forget their name, but in the end, they were really irrelevant. In any case, your little misadventures earned you a little bit of a reputation. Everybody knows you, and everybody knows what you did.
The fuck do you mean by that? What people?
All those people, and all those worlds, with the rifts. All those people you hurt, including her.
You see, Lucas, you can tell when this guy showed up, Lucas was kind of a little panic tense, but after that you see he sort of blinks his eyes and the sort of anger part of it kind of fades, and you see Lucas just kind of realization is like, oh and come to realization, he goes, no, that wasn't me.
Sure. I knew someone like that once. I knew someone that made a bunch of mistakes, carried around a giant key, and then said later that wasn't really him. But you know what I think? I think the weight of our actions has to follow us sometimes. He paces the room a little bit, holds up his hands like a showman and says, now here's the deal, little wolf. And you see in his right hand, there's this little magic orb that appears. And he says, not everyone in this world knows about your little misadventures, knows about Arya. But they could.
And as soon as he says that, you hear Lucas let out a growl, and not in any let out growl, and he's like, you keep that name out of your mouth.
Struck a chord. Well, I'll play by your rules for a bit. So long as you play by mine. Here's the deal, little wolf. All you gotta do to make sure no one finds out about her. And you see that he waves his left hand and an image appears of your old friend, Cristalina. A magic kind of like projection. He looks towards it, looks away, and says, if you don't want everybody to find out about what you did, you bring her to me.
What's she got to do with this? She's not even here.
That's not what my sources said. And besides, she's of great value to the organization.
Really? Why would...
You hear Alora's voice from downstairs call up, Lukas, is everything all right up there?
You see, and Lucas kind of pauses for a sec, looks to Zigbar, then kind of looks to the door down to where he is, goes, yeah, everything's fine.
Zigbar says, wise choice, kid. Didn't take you for such a smart young man. But here's again, everything on the table, cards clearly shown face up. You bring her to me. No one finds out about your little misdeeds. But if you don't bring her to me, well, I'd hate to find out what would happen if everyone knew. You see, he snaps his fingers, and 3 Shadow Heartless just straight up appear in the tower. He looks at you and says, you could even have control of these. All I want you to do... Oh, no?
I told you.
Well,
that's not who I am. I don't control these things.
oh, that's a bummer. Snaps again. The Heartless disappear. And he says, well, that's not the last you've seen of these guys in this world. In any case, remember what I said. Bring that girl to me, no one finds out. Don't, everyone finds out. And I'll even sweeten the deal. You've got 48 hours to give me your answer. You know where to find me, 'cause I'm always watching. And you see in front of him a dark corridor appears again, and he begins to leave.
Lucas doesn't say a thing as Zigbar leaves, and as the corridor begins to close, Lucas just kind of stares at where the corridor was, goes from panic to slight anger to the point where he just sort of yells and slams his fist into the side of the wall, which then leads to another moment of panic.
You see, Alora eventually comes up the stairs and looks at you and says, Lucas, what on earth? What happened?
I'm fine. It was just... just another panic attack. I'll be fine.
All right. Okay. As long as you promise, and you would tell me if you needed anything, right?
Yeah, I would.
All right. Hey, so Kima was just telling me about this festival in Zadash for the Night of Ascension, and basically everyone wears like costumes and goes around and gets candy, and there's like a festival in Zadash. Do you want to come?
I say no, are you gonna take me anyways?
Yes. It shouldn't have even been a question because you're coming. And she grabs your wrist and starts walking down the stairs. How does Lucas feel about heading to this festival?
Right now, Lucas isn't even thinking of the festival. Even with Allura dragging his ass out of the tower, his mind's mainly focusing on Zigbar and the words that and sort of the blackmail deal that he offered to Lucas.
Your mind runs that scene over and over again. Even while Laura runs the little teleportation circle and takes you to Zadash, you can still hear and see Zigbar and the Heartless. But we're going to cut away from there. We're going to cut now to... I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I think we all know who we're cutting to next here. We are going to now zoom away from the wooden tower as Allura brings Lucas and Kima to the Night of Ascension Festival. And we cut into the sky, see more clouds. It's getting later into the evening, and the camera pans back down to a tombstone. The camera remains in front of this tombstone for maybe a solid minute or two. The name written is Sabin Hext. There is a man standing in front of this gravestone, the gravestone of his old mentor. And as he stands there in silence, no one else seems to be stopping by this gravestone. Often flowers are left, but this being a quite old soul, the flowers around the grave have mostly decayed and rotted away. Angel, as you stand in front of the gravestone of your old mentor, could you describe what your character looks like for us?
I shall. Let me pull him up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, our buddy Xelran Dathana, he is a red tiefling, sexy hunk of a guy. He has red skin, and really long, well, not too long, more like medium length, sort of purplish, reddish hair. It's more of like a dullish purple. It's not like nothing too bright or vibrant. With the back end of his hair, with the tail end kind of sort of being held together like a ponytail at the very back, hanging down. Two large horns, sort of protruding out of there, all full and healthy. And his eyes are mostly blacked in with yellow irises that glow like the morning sun. His what he's wearing mostly a scarf that was given to him by his mother, but he wanted to put a little bit of his own flair into it, so he put a long cape in the back of it, with his monk clothes being just really baggy pants and a utility belt holding anything that he might have. He's not wearing shoes, nor is he wearing a shirt, and his tail is about, I'd say, maybe about 2 to 3 feet long, and there is a purple flame at the end of his tail, forming a demon tail at the tip. And it's just on fire constantly.
Nice. You And by the way, did I pronounce that name right? Sabin Hext?
Sabin. Hext.
Sabin. Sabin Hext. Okay.
Yeah.
You're standing there in front of his grave, and you see that the flowers around his grave have mostly grown old. But as you stand there, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception, it is a 12. I am shit.
12. As you stand there in front of the gravestone, you feel a hand grasp your shoulder, your left shoulder, and you turn and see the ghost of your old mentor. Strange, considering what you had witnessed his soul go through. But as he stands there at your side, he looks down at his own grave as well and has this sad look upon his face. And again, he's like kind of like spectral and ghostly. He doesn't even break. He just keeps looking down at his own grave and says, I'm sorry, dear boy, that I had left you too soon.
And it was all my fault. I couldn't stop them.
I don't agree, dear boy. I think it rests upon my shoulders. I mean, what is a mentor to his student if he isn't able to be that hero and, prevent his enemies from overwhelming him? I failed you. You didn't fail me.
You weren't even supposed to be there. And yet you paid the price.
I know. But I should have been more clever. I should have figured something out. Of course, you have friends and family that care about you. But there was so much left that I had not taught you. And I should have figured something out. So if you're going to blame yourself, then also blame me. Because I am sorry.
I can't do that. All I know is that what happened afterward was just. That thing, he got what he deserved. And he damn sure suffered for what he's done to you.
He did. And I'm glad that, I often try to keep myself composed, but, it's a fucking asshole. That guy fucking sucked. I hate him and I want his soul fucking thrown in the pits. Anyways, I hope that I have taught you enough to fend for yourself.
You have.
But
Oh, shit. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm glad that I have. But if you ever do need me, all you need to do, and he grabs kind of like your right wrist, puts it onto your chest, and he says, you just put this on your heart. You say my name, and you believe. Right?
Yes, Sensei.
Good. He presses his forehead against yours and begins to turn into stars and fade away slowly. And he says, then farewell for now, dear boy.
I shall see you soon.
he disappears. You had heard about this festival happening in Zadash, Night of Ascension, people wearing costumes, making merry, getting candy, many festivities, excitement. But you have a little bit of time. The trip to, I'm going to say the grave itself is a little bit closer to Zadash. So if you had anything you would like to do before you headed off to the city, you can do so.
How much? Okay, so since he knows a little bit about this festival, he wants to head. He's in port soon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna make his way to the markets district, and he wants to try to pick up the best costume he can to impress some of the folk, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, you go. You pick up a costume from the market district. There's various kind of like different costumes. There's like a dragon costume and like a prince costume, but it's like exaggerated, so everything is like completely made out of gold, where it's like impractical to walk around in. There's all different types of costumes. You go and pick yourself out one, and you begin. You make your arrangements to fly in a carriage towards Zadash. And we then are going to cut from as the party converges there in the busy city streets of Zadash. Let me switch the music really quickly. Okay, cool. You all arrive in Zadash. Fen.
Yes.
You cross the city gates, and immediately as you do, you see lots and lots of it's a typical fantasy festival where there are all these tents and like little things hanging from different like heights and stuff. And you see there's like people dancing all around and people socializing. Drinks are being like handed around and things like this. As you arrive there, your mind drifting away from that dream you had merely minutes ago, what is the first thing you do when you arrive?
Small question.
Yes.
Would Achilles wouldn't have existed in this universe, would he?
No.
Damn it, there goes my idea. Okay. So he's kind of just gonna walk around. Oh, yeah. He's kind of just gonna walk around until he finds like maybe like a tavern to go into, so he can go into the bathroom and change into his costume,
Mhm.
which is really just him pretending to be an orc barbarian. So he's just got his huge ass fucking cape.
Nice. Yeah, it's one of those like costumes that like beefs you up and you take on the appearance of an orc barbarian as you hit the streets. The next person to arrive in Zadash would be Lukas. Lukas, you see that you, Alora, and Kima arrive in this tavern through a teleportation circle. It flashes. You see that Alora looks over to you and says, "Oh, damn me! God, how irresponsible! I forgot to get you a costume on the way. God, Lukas, I'm sorry."
It's all right.
Well, I can probably spiff something up really quickly, magically. Well, if you would like something, what do you want to look like?
Something that's not me. Just kind of, as he does that, just kind of gestures to the whole outfit he has on.
She like taps her staff on the ground, and she just gives you like a full-on, just like a wolf costume, just a full wolf. And she says, I mean, I don't know, I kind of like it, you know, call me crazy.
Lucas looks at the costume and then looks at Allura with the stink eye and is like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be funny. Okay, I'm sorry. She taps her staff again, and you see that she gives you like a knight's costume, with like kind of like fabric armor and like a plastic sword, kind of thing.
That actually looks better. It looks less than the other one. You know what? I'll take it.
Kima passes by you and says like, I think you look badass, and walks up to the bar. And Kima immediately orders a drink. See Laura goes and joins her. And Fen, you see this whole debacle as you have exited the bathroom in your costume. You see this whole debacle with Alora changing Lucas's costume. Yeah, you see this.
Great if I put my mic down. He kind of just watches and he's like, Jesus Christ, this poor soul.
Dope. The next person to arrive in Zadash is Xelran. You cross the city gates in your flying carriage. You arrive there in the busy city streets. The festival is just beginning. Kids are walking around in costumes, getting candy and things like this, and the festival is well underway. You arrive in Zadash. What's the first thing you do?
Alright, so I would like to say that he also changes into his costume on the carriage right here, and the thing he has chosen is a sexy dragon.
God damn it.
So he just has, the only thing he's wearing, he put his cape away, but he just has these like wings behind him, and he has these shoes that have like these sort of like a dragon's foot, and along with he's also wearing some like gloves that also give him these like little puffy dragon claws, and he has just his regular garb on, but he has put on these like shorter pants.
Nice.
And that's pretty much all he does.
Nice. You arrive there. You have changed there into you have changed in the carriage into your dragon costume. You hit the festival for a little bit. Lots and lots of folks come up to you and are very impressed by your dragon costume, to say the least. You see, eventually you go and find some respite from a little bit away from the socializing. You step into this tavern, and you see there is a man dressed in a knight's costume. There's a man dressed up as kind of like an orc barbarian, and there's just kind of tavern patrons moving to and fro.
So, okay, so I if I'm not mistaken, that orc that's Fen, right?
Yes.
All right. Does he notice that that's him, or does he notice it as soon as he walks in the door, pretty much, or does he sort of he just doesn't notice at all?
I'm gonna say, Fen, are you trying to be like, are you trying to like
No.
hide your identity? Okay, cool. Then yeah,
No,
you notice.
he literally is just like, it's the worst costume ever. Like, he does not care.
You
He does
then
not care.
Xelran, you immediately clock that like like no one else would be wearing this costume. Like you know it's Fen.
And then he just as soon as he walks in the tavern, he's at first he examines the room, making sure there's anyone looking around, making sure there's someone he can. And then he just looks over towards the bar, and he's just like, "No shot, Fen." And he's just kind of like leaning over forward, like putting his hand towards his head, like kind of like searching. Is that you?
Fed just kind of like turns and looks at him, and he's like, looks at his head like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Yes, hello." Hands to yourself.
Well, oh no. He was putting his hand on his head, like kind of like searching.
Ah.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, "Why are you touching his head?"
No, I'm not. But no, he just calls out to you from the room.
Yeah, Fen just turns around and he's like, "Huh?"
It's me. You don't remember me?
Of course, no. And he just and then he just walks to him.
All right, and
sarcasm dripping from his voice.
And he's just like, "Don't play dumb. Now, what are you doing in a place like this?"
What do you think I'm doing in a place like this?
You know what?
Why would I come to a festival if not for the festival?
Well, no. I didn't mean that way. I mean in a place like this.
In a tavern where I can drink, because I'm an adult.
And he just sort of walked past you without saying anything. And he walks up to the bar.
Finn just throws up his arms and follows him because he's like, "You fuck."
He goes over to the bartender. He's like, "Hey, can I get what do you like again? What do you like?"
I'll take anything.
Can I have a shot of anything with the fireball? I'm just messing around. Can I just get 2 shots of fireball, if you will?
Ah, you got it. The bartender slides 2 shots over to you. You guys have these shots in front of you.
Alright. And he says, "Alright, here you go, and here's mine. Cheers."
And he just throws it back real easy, just up and down. He was a sailor. This do be normal.
And he's just like, "Okay, epic. Thank you for the clinking of the..." And then he just takes the shot.
Fuck the clinking. Drink.
And then, Adelaide, you then arrive in Zadash as well. You cross the city gates, keeping your head down, avoiding eye contact from these missing posters. You walk around. What's the first kind of few things that Adelaide does?
I think I'm imagining there's crowds forming in the market area, so she'll probably head over there and just kind of surround herself in people. No real aim, just walking around.
Nice. Yeah, you go and walk around a bit. You see that, you are able to kind of like keep your head down. No one really troubles you every now and again. But what you do hear kind of like out of the like corner of your ear, you swear you can see the people kind of just like pointing at you and just kind of like whispering and being like, "Isn't that her? That's her." And like every now and again someone like tries to approach you and you like duck down through the crowd and walk away. Eventually, after some time, you find yourself kind of like ducking away. These people are kind of like following you through the crowd. You eventually find some respite in one of the taverns here in Zadash. You look around, tavern patrons all about, and you see that, yeah, there are two tieflings at the far end of the bar. Closer to you, there's a man dressed as a knight, and yeah, there's a bunch of other tavern patrons around as well.
She's just gonna kind of scan the room and then have a seat, kind of keep to herself.
Nice. Cool. You guys see that, yeah, you chill in the tavern for a little bit, getting some respite. You relax for a while, and then you guys see that people, there's a little bit of kind of like a hustle and bustle as people like stand up, and you all see that there's a bit of a presentation that is kind of being done, and you see that yeah, people head out to go and see what kind of like performance or presentation this is. Do you all follow this crowd of people?
Yeah.
I think so.
He scans the area and takes one more shot, and then he just tries to keep up with him. He's like, "Wait for me!"
Get longer legs.
Hush.
I think for a good part of it, like the whole sort of like tavern interactions, like as soon as Lukas got in and saw these two tieflings just like talking to each other, he just looks at them as like, okay, who are those fuckers? And then goes back to Alora and Kima talking about partly the costume, and is like, and long lines of, okay, but how's this gonna look with a sheath, with my weapon still sheathed like behind me and shit? And Laura and Kima's just probably like, you know what, let's not worry about that, just keep it out of the way.
Just pretend it's not there and the costume works, okay? Just act comfortable.
Okay, but when was the last time you saw a knight with the folded...
It's Lukas, it's fine, seriously.
Fine, okay, yeah, fine. And then, yeah, as soon as the commotion for presentation hits, he's like, okay, what the fuck's going on?
Cool. You guys see this, like, old-timey... and Adelaide, you were, like, coming along as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, it's kind of like city center, away from kind of like most of the buildings. It's, yeah, like center of the city. You see that it's this like old-timey like soapbox presentation where the person like steps up, and you see that this person casts a spell to kind of like enlarge the box itself so they can like walk back and forth as they present some sort of idea. You see that Lukas, you see Alora looks over to you and says, now, I myself have had some interactions with this person before. I didn't think that he was that great, but he does have... This is very interesting. He has a lot of magic sort of inventions. He's just kind of paving the way for magicians like myself. This is really, really interesting stuff. I know I sound nerdy, but I think this is really cool.
Alright, wait. What do you mean by the whole invention magic stuff?
She kind of like opens to begin to explain, and you see that a man steps up onto the enlarged soapbox. Ben and Xelran, you guys both immediately recognize that this is the king of Central Wildmount, King Drakion himself. But the other two of you, you see this man with, he's an elf, fair skin, black hair that goes down to his mid-back, and strangely, as opposed to kind of this like kingly outfit where he like presents himself with like a robe and a staff, he's got like a full set of metal armor and like a sword. And you see that he steps up onto the enlarged soapbox and says, he opens his arms greatly and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you all have been enjoying the festival." And there's like a quick round of applause and some like whistling and cheering and whooping. And you see that King Drakion says, "Now, I wanted to introduce you all to a brand new business venture that a lot of my friends and I in the Magic Circle are exploring. We have been exploring this as of late, and it's taken some time, which is why I could not present it to you sooner. But thankfully, now is the time. So here it is. Here's this brand new venture that is going to help fix all of Wildmount's major issues." And you see he says, "Now, I'm sure a lot of us sometimes have wished some magical products could come a bit sooner. You know, sometimes we need some sort of potion or some sort of artifact that could solve our problem, but we just don't have that sort of time, right, to find a shop or to find a cheap delivery option. And that is where Excalibur comes in." He waves his left hand, and you see behind him a floating logo of Excalibur, which is just the word, but the X is like exaggerated. And you see he says, "Now with Excalibur," and this is truly what I think is one of Wildmount's greatest issues. "Now with Excalibur, you can get magical artifacts and potions and whatever you need on a much faster basis, thanks to what we are calling Excalibur Prime. All you need to do is sign up for an account using Excalibur, and you will be able to access Excalibur Prime's 2-day delivery. These magic artifacts and potions and whatever you need will be coming directly to your location in a very timely manner, as expressed 2 days. Also, we know that oftentimes we do see presentations of plays and things, but not often do we have the time to go and, see them for ourselves. If we miss them, but we later want to see them, or maybe want to rewatch them, that's where Excalibur also comes in. If you ever want to rewatch one of your favorite plays, or maybe you missed a performance of your favorite play, all you need to do is load up Excalibur Prime Video, and it'll come directly to wherever you want to stream it to. Excalibur Prime also has our very own video projector. This is only the beginning for Excalibur, and lots of headquarters are being set up all around Wildmount for Excalibur to continue these business ventures and even more inventions, bringing about a brand new, potential age of Arcanum. Thank you. And there's a huge round of applause and huge, cheers and whistles. You see, even Alora is kind of, clapping along with the rest of the crowd. And she's like, Lucas, she looks at you and is like, I mean, honestly, I did think that guy's an asshole, but his inventions are not that bad.
Lucas is slightly pinching the bridge of his nose, is like, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
You see... Yeah, go for it.
I have also heard many stories. And they're not good stories.
Okay, just for my own sake of clarification, who are you pointing out when you're saying this?
The king, not you. Don't worry. We know nothing. We know nothing.
So far.
Uh-huh.
Dope. Excalibur Prime as a service has been presented to Zadash, and people are majorly in favor of it, even though people like Alora have had run-ins with King Drakion and like not been his biggest fans. She's even like, this is not bad. But yeah, so you see that some more time goes by. You have a little bit of downtime as you walk around the festival. Is there anything you would like to specifically do before kind of like the end of the night rolls around?
Honestly, Lucas is probably, after that whole presentation thing, Lucas is probably just going to branch off from Allure from a bit to just kind of walk around. See what it's like to be social again for once.
Nice. You're talking with a bunch of people, walking around, and I think it's getting a little easier for you. What I think is then counteracting that is you are still hearing Zigbar's voice in the back of your head. 48 hours. Dope. Go ahead.
I did want to say, Xelran, when everybody starts to split away, Xelran's gonna scope out the field and seeing if there's anyone that he wants to take with him.
Oh.
You see, there is this brown-haired elven girl, fair skin, and she she looks over to you every now and again. She hasn't really said anything to you up to this point, but she just kind of like catches your eye, and like every time she does, she immediately looks away.
And he leans over to Fen. He's like, "All right, I'll catch up with you I'll catch up with you." And
Hey, bye.
And yeah, so he walks up, kind of nonchalant. He's pretending to not really like notice her direction at first, and then like he just, as he gets closer, he just kind of like peeks and looks at her until when he arrives up to her, he's just like, "Why, hello there. Who might you be?"
She kind of like jumps and is like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Hi, Sammy."
"Why, hello there, Sammy. And don't play coy. Don't make it seem like I didn't notice you looking there. You like what you see?"
Well, now that the jig is up, very much so.
Well, this on my way here, this dragon ate me, and so I took its scales, and I knitted it into a cotton. And that's how you see this fine costume. He raises up his hands, like, kind of like, in like a silly way, and he wiggles his claw hands.
She leans in and... Oh, shit.
No, go ahead.
She leans in and is like, "Ooh, very dastardly. And definitely didn't stop by the market on your way here and pick up a costume. No, of course not.
I would never do such things.
No.
Well, how about you say we quit this place and head over to the tavern or something? Maybe buy you a drink."
I would like that very much.
All right. Well, follow me.
She clings to your arm and you walk off.
Alright, and he just heads off to the tavern.
Nope. You arrive there at the tavern, bonding with this Sammy. You spend a little time. Is there anything else anyone would like to do during downtime?
Yeah, I'll also be breathing.
Nice. Breathing gang, all right. You guys spend you spend a little bit of time there in your various kind of like activities before you all notice. So Xelran, you're like in a tavern. Fen, you are walking around the city. I think Lukas and Adelaide, you're probably also walking around the city as well. Cool. So you guys, the three of you then, Fen, Lukas, and Adelaide, notice that the outside falls completely quiet. There is almost, you can hear like only the wind. And you can feel everyone kind of grow tense. And you suddenly feel the ground shakes beneath you. And Xelran, you're in the tavern talking to Sammy, who is just kind of like leaning into you and just kind of nodding along with everything you say and getting distracted by your lips before you two feel the ground shake beneath you. And the tavern patrons look around confused.
That's not good.
And
So,
she was like,
sorry.
she says, "Do you happen to know what that was? The ground shaking?"
I have an idea. How would you do? How about this? And he takes out his coin and he flicks her a gold coin and he says, "Why don't you go and make yourself scarce for a little bit? I'll call out for you again when the time is right."
Okay, sure. You don't have to tell me twice. Immediately takes the coin and pockets it, but she says, "But are you gonna be okay? I don't know what the hell that was."
Oh, you needn't worry about me, madame. I'm just I have to take care of something. Just a little matter out here, and I've been here a couple of times.
Sure. All right. She scurries off. You head outside Xelran, where it is completely quiet. Crowd quiets down. You see that you see that Adelaide, you had been walking around kind of the exterior of the crowd. You notice specifically, because you had been things had been kind of like catching your eye through the night. There have been like various people who were like more like that have had more practice in the arcane. Like you've noticed wizards and sorcerers and druids, all these different spellcasters through the night in the festival. You notice that all of the people that you noticed to be wizards have completely vanished. The one in the tavern, however, the one with blonde hair that you hadn't met before, she is still there. But the wizards from the crowd have completely vanished. As the crowd is kind of standing around silently, you notice on and Xelran, you are like outside now as well, right?
Yes, he ran out immediately after her leaving.
The four of you notice that there is kind of like directly on the northern corner, so the kind of like tip of the triangle, you see King Drakion standing there once again. And you see he stands there in a set of armor, and you feel once again the ground shakes. And you soon realize the reason why the ground has been shaking. Cyclops. They are walking towards the city, and Drakion stands there at the tip of the triangle walls, and he looks up at the kind of main one at the front. And he says, he looks up at these Cyclops, pointing his sword, and says, "You went back on your end of the deal. You said you would not attack." And you see the main Cyclops says, "We said we would not attack that day." And you see King Drakion says, "No, that's not what you said." And one of the Cyclops swings his great club into the wall, and it completely cracks, and there's stone that falls and debris. And you all notice immediately when this happens, King Drakion, a coward, teleports away, not wanting to deal with the Cyclops, and runs away. And you notice that as the people see their leader flee, you see that all the people of the city also begin to flee. They panic, and they begin rushing out towards the exit. What do you all do as you see these Cyclops approaching the city?
He's, well, Xelran. This isn't usually the thing he deals with, but he stands there at first kind of just like in awe of Drakion's cowardice. He's just like, "You fucking coward." And then he just storms over to those Cyclops, just going in front of them, just like, "Hey!"
The main one looks down at you and says, he points to you and laughs with his friends and says, "Oh, the tiny one speaks."
"What do you think you're doing here? Just disrupting this festival."
He looks at you and says, he looks down at you and says, "Collecting an old debt."
"We'll collect it elsewhere. You're interrupting our free time here."
Out of curiosity, can all of us see Xelran talking, and can we all hear the conversation?
Yes.
Lukas looks at all this, hears this conversation, and it's like, "The fuck is this klutz doing?"
You see Xelran, the Cyclops, looks down at you and says, "Or what will happen if we not leave?"
And he takes one step forward, and you guys can see that his horns, they sort of grow an extra 2 inches with fire coming out of them, and his tail, just the ember that was on his tail, just sort of brightens up, and he says, "Or I will have to make you."
You see Cyclops looks down at you and says, "Oh, interesting." All the Cyclops kind of surround the triangular walls, and they say in unison, "Then try your luck." Everybody roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Does anyone have time constraints, by the way, if they needed to get to something else?
Nope.
I don't.
Alright, then we're gonna do a battle. Let's do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit, that's a good roll.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
I
Are
just
you-
got a fucking 3.
Oh shit.
Damn, a 19!
I got
I'm so glad you're going before me, Angel.
Let's pull up some battle music here. It's not what it's due. There we go. Alright. And then we
So
load
just
them
before
up.
we begin, okay, so Daniel, you know how your character's named Lukas?
Yeah.
I have someone called Lukas watching, and every time your character's mentioned, he looks up.
I swear, we're not talking about you, and I did not know that.
Okay, now we can kill things. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's kill
Okay. Fen, I'm gonna give you a token for now, and if you want to change it later, that's totally fine.
Oh wait, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it as we speak.
Okay, for sure. In that case, I will add everybody to the map. I will let you know before I do. I will let you know that this right here, this little area, down here. This is kind of the city gate, and this is where the Cyclops have kind of like gathered around. And yeah, so then you can position yourselves wherever you'd like to be. Add you guys to the map really quickly. Alora is also here.
Yeah, Lucas is probably going to be a little bit of ways, just kind of watching this.
Gotcha. Alright.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I had to have. Okay, cool.
How many Cyclops do you guys want to fight? 10? Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's fucking go. All or none.
Actually, 1, 2. Okay, cool. Let's set these guys as active. Sorry, still getting used to Shard.
No problem.
Take
Take your time. I'm in no rush.
Alright. It's time for the Cyclops. We are the Cyclops. DDD. Why do you guys... Oh, what the... I only have them at 4 hit points right now.
That works for me.
Let's go with the 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Quick question.
No. They need a little more. What's up?
Okay,
Oh, no.
so...
Oh.
Huh?
I thought you were talking to me. I thought he was talking to me. I'm good. Never mind.
Okay, so... so for Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade, do you activate those before you do your attack? Or you do it after?
Technically you do it at the same time.
Oh, so because it says casting time 1 action, and I didn't know if I was like, cause hitting and casting a spell are like 2. I didn't. Okay, cool. So I could just do them at the same. Okay.
Yeah. So usually, like, as you attack, you clarify Booming Blade or Green Flame Blade. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Hell yeah! All right, now we gotta put these bad boys in the right spots. Bung, bung, bung.
And then we gotta get Fen on here.
Yeah,
True.
then add me.
Oh, you've got a token. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, position yourself wherever you want to be. And I will show you where the Cyclops are as well. So they're kind of around the city gates like this.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait,
Let's go all the way over here.
You weren't kidding about the 10 thing? I thought you were joking.
Nope. There's 10 of
I
them.
mean, there's only half as much.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Then we need to roll initiative for them.
Do you have a grid set?
I thought I did. Oh, I don't have the grid turned on is the thing. There we go.
Yep.
My bad.
No problem.
Heal. All right, let's roll initiative. They are on a 5. All right. Let's see here. All right. So, and then Fen, what'd you roll for initiative?
3.
3. Gotcha. So it'll be. Oh, it's so weird to work with Shard. Okay. So, let's see here. So, let me check this. Okay. So, it'll go... Xelran, yours was a 19. So it's Xelran, Adelaide, Lucas. I didn't roll for Alora. Satch. She rolled really shit. Okay.
As wizards do sometimes.
So, Xelran, Adelaide, Lucas, Alora, Cyclops, Fen. And I will move this out of the way. Okay, cool. So in that case, Xelran, you're the first to act. You're standing on these city gates. You are the first to act as these Cyclops stand there in front of you.
All right. So he is going to make it his. Well, first he wants to do the activate booming blade. No, I'm sorry, green flame blade, and he's going to attack with his scimitar, with his cursed scimitar.
Hell yeah, go for it.
All right.
Oh shit!
Goddamn, that was. Is that it?
25 hits, yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. See.
And then you're hitting at the one directly in front of you, right?
Yes.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Whee! So 6 damage. Okay, gotcha. Yep.
Alright.
And then, yep, go for it.
And yeah, the green flames sort of leap off the scimitar and to a different creature of your choice that you see within 5 feet. So
But because we're all starting at 5th level, the melee attack deals extra 1d8 fire damage on the target to hit, and an additional 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier to the one next to it.
oh, so it's shit. So it's an extra one.
So with the one that you hit, it would be your scimitar damage plus 1d8, and then to whatever enemy creature, it's 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Alrighty. So I'll go ahead and roll that. And I got fucked.
Okay.
Alright, and so, now they said a creature within, that you can see within 5 feet. Do I see this guy to his left? Number 9?
Yes.
Okay, even though he's not, I will have the green, flames go on to him, number 9 then.
Nope. So then, fire damage to second creature, 1d8 plus your spellcasting,
Alright.
which is
Here.
The spellcasting modifier is
sorcerer. So I think charisma, yeah. So +4.
Alright, so 1d8. Of course, another goddamn 1.
Damn.
And charisma
+4,
+4, yeah, so 5.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That sucked.
I mean, damage is damage, you know? Cool. So that's just your one attack. You do have another attack if you want to take it.
Wait,
Wait, does he?
do I?
Level 5. So you have multi-attack.
But he's a monk. He's monk sorcerer.
Oh, monk 3, sorcerer 2. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I was.
Um,
ooh.
My bad.
I was
My bad.
I was about to take that. Hang on. Oh, but as for his bonus, he's not gonna do anything. He ends his turn.
You got it. Finishing Xelran's go. That's going to be Adelaide. Adelaide, you're up. Lucas, you're on deck.
Seeing these Cyclops is kind of moving in, Adelaide's gonna frantically pull out her sketchbook and scribble down a symbol and cast mage armor on herself. And that's all she's gonna do.
Cool. This magic suit of armor protects you. Finishing Adelaide's go. That's going to be Lucas.
All right. So, first off, Lucas. Do I really want to do that? You know what? Let's go for. I'm gonna use a bonus action to. You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna use a bonus action to activate my Crimson Right, which means first off, I'm gonna be taking 2 points of necrotic damage from that. So you see Lucas spins out his double scimitar, which was folded at first but now extends to its full glory, mutters something under his breath, and then you see the weapon sort of start to crackle with lightning energy as the Crimson Right, I'm activating his Rite of Storm. And as he does, you can see he slightly winces in pain, as you can see some form of sort of necrotic energy kind of creeps along his arms as he was chanting this. And then he's just gonna go right to the fucker in front of him and attack with his scimitar.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll for an attack.
Shit, that's a 10.
10 is going to miss, sadly.
Fuck.
I think. Oh, you're multi-classing as well. Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
multi-class as well.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That's all I can do right now.
You got it. Finishing Lucas's go, it's going to be Alora. See, Alora looks over at you, Lucas, and says, "Dear, pace yourself." And you see that she says, let's see here. She is just going to, okay, cool. She points her staff towards you, Lucas, and says, "This might make it easier," and she casts Fly on you. Yeah, you have a fly speed of 60 feet. Then
shit.
that finishes.
Like 20 feet. That's 20 feet more than my walking speed.
Hell yeah! So that finishes Alora's go. Then it's going to be the Cyclops. All right. So first, the Cyclops in front of you, Lucas, is going to take 2 Great Club attacks on you.
Bring it on. Come on.
11 to hit.
Nope. Does not hit.
25.
Oh, fuck. That'll hit.
Take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mother.
Bring
Damn.
out up Lucas time.
And then the next Cyclops, this one right here, is going to, let's see, you see that he steps over the castle walls and walks over here. And with it, he takes, as he steps over, he takes a rock from the ground and hurls it directly towards Fen. That's going to be a 27 to hit, Fen.
Oh shit.
What the fuck do you think?
You take 34 points of bludgeoning damage as a rock.
Actually, do
Uh,
Just give me 2 seconds.
okay.
You forgot something.
Oh shit. Okay.
You forgot
Yeah.
something.
I totally forgot something.
Idiot.
My bad.
Idiot.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, I
There's a
know.
lot to remember. I'm sorry. Cool. So, so that.
No.
Gotcha. The rock. It's about drive. You see that the rock still makes contact with you, but then the next Cyclops is going to. This one right here. There's going to be 2 Great Club attacks at you, Xelran.
Oh, fuck.
18,
Yeah, that hits.
12 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Second one also hits for 19 bludgeoning.
Oh.
So 12 and 19.
Okay, so wait, can he, he's gonna use his reaction?
Oh yeah. What are you
Okay.
gonna do?
So his reaction, okay, so for absorb elements, is it only for, like, just, like, elements, or can it also be, like, physical stuff, like bludgeoning and...
It's elements. Elements.
Damn
Yeah.
it. Okay. Alright, so yeah, he's just gonna do a Hellish Rebuke on him, then.
Oh yeah. That's a dex save, right?
Yeah, yes.
What's the DC on that?
15. Fuck.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Alright. You got me.
But he still takes half, so go ahead and roll that hellish
Oh.
damage.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And, Jesus Christ, the dice are not on my side tonight, I swear.
The dice aren't on any of our sides right now.
Cool. The next Cyclops is going to... Oh, that one already went. Ba-bam. So this one is going to walk over here, and it's going to throw a rock towards Alora, and that's definitely going to hit her for 33 points of bludgeoning. And then the last one is going to step over the castle walls and then throw a rock at Adelaide. 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Oh shit! You step out of the way. This magical armor protects you. That finishes the Cyclops go. Fen, you're up.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my stuff?
Right there. It's right.
And I'm just looking at what I want to do.
How do I turn off the animations for the dice?
Okay, you know what we're gonna do?
What you can do.
Okay, so
We're gonna use bonus action first.
I know there is a way to do that.
I think the 3 dots by
No,
your
shush, that's not what I meant. I was trying to press it so to say I use it. Flame Blade. Ignore that. I was just trying to put it on the thing so you could read it.
Oh, gotcha.
So I now have a flaming fucking blade. How
Hell
close
yeah.
is it? And
Um,
I'm
yeah,
going to-
which...
The one that tried to rock me.
Okay,
Am I
so,
close
yeah.
enough? Or do I
Yeah,
need
you're
to
close
look?
enough.
I'm close enough. I'm going to
Yeah.
fucking bot him. Okay.
All your attacks.
Okay, this one. Fuck me.
You see that the Cyclops swipes your sword away with his giant great club, and he just laughs to himself. It's just, little one. Cool.
Whilst
Uh,
no. I can attack
Ooh.
twice.
can you?
Yeah, remember we discussed this. I can attack twice.
Oh, yeah. My bad. My bad. Totally my bad. A lot to remember. Go ahead and roll your
I
attack.
know, don't worry. I gotcha. Shouldn't have laughed at him. Now he's angry.
22 definitely hits though. So go ahead and roll damage. Hell yeah. Cool. Anything else, Fen?
I don't think so.
What?
You poof, hit the Cyclops with this flaming blade. That's going to be the top of round 2. Xelran, you're up. Adelaide, you're on deck.
Did we lose Angel?
Highly
Oh
possible.
shit, sorry. No, I was reading over my character sheet and I got stuck. Sorry.
You're good.
Alright, my turn, correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so last episode. Last time I got fucked. So. I don't have any. Okay, so, never mind. He is going to. Again, use Green Flame Blade on his weapon, using it to attack this sir over here.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and
Roll
roll.
your attack.
All right. Oh,
Oh,
baby!
Hell yeah!
That's so
campaign.
good. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be good.
God damn it! All right. All right. Roll
But it's a
critical.
critical.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
good-
yeah.
And I gotta roll
Nice.
another d8.
Yep. And that also gets doubled because it's a critical.
Oh shit.
True. All right.
All
He's
right.
looking rough.
And yeah, so when he does that, okay. And for his bonus action, he is going to concentration cast Expeditious Retreat. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, that's it. Pretty much.
You get in contact with, you kind of like are able to connect with the wind. Finishing Xelran's go. Adelaide, you're up. Lucas, you're on deck.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast, the one that threw the stone at me, which I believe is number 9.
Oh, we love that spell. Yeah, go ahead and roll for your attacks.
Yep.
The bonus action necklace has been discontinued.
Hey, no shit.
I sadly
Okay.
only have one.
Something
Okay.
I tried to get it
Okay.
back. I really tried.
Hey, you
21
got.
hits.
Dude, I just took a look at the fucking background you have. Like, what the hell?
Who's
21 hit. Go ahead and roll
Yours.
damage.
Okay.
mine? Where is it?
That's plus my charisma,
Is it on
so
here?
4. Nope, 12. 12 damage.
Gotcha. All right, let's see here.
What do you mean? It
12.
shouldn't be on my sheet.
Cool. Anything else, Adelaide?
That'll be all.
You got it. Finishing Adelaide's go, it's going to be Lukas. Lukas.
Okay. Seeing Allura take a fucking hit, and getting really pissed at this Cyclops in front of me, I am going to bonus action activate my Blood Maledict, and I am going to amplify it. So that's another 1d4 necrotic damage to me. I only take 1 necrotic.
Thank
You
goodness.
see, Lukas starts chanting under his breath again, and you see this sort of energy sort of surround the Cyclops in front of me. And with my action, I'm going to attack it, and because I amplify, and because the amplified curse I'm using is Blood Curse of the Mark, I get to do this with advantage.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Alright, so that is 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay, so that's 5 points of normal slashing, plus 3 points of lightning damage because of the Rite of Storms, plus an additional 2 points of necrotic damage because of Blood Curse of the Mart.
Oh yeah. This one's looking really rough. This one's looking fucked up. A little bit of storm energy kind of like pokes and like works up his side, and he reels back in pain. Anything else, Lukas?
No, I think that will do it.
You got it. See something really quickly. That's his concentration. Okay. Dang it. All right. Finishing Lukas's go, it's going to be Allura. Allura Vysoren is then going to... Let's see here. He looks over, sees Xelran kind of frontlining and in need of some help. So she is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. She's a spellcaster. She walks up here and is going to throw a lightning bolt. And she's going to... Oh, actually, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Starting here, she's going to 5. Going to go here. She's going to throw a lightning bolt, hitting these two Cyclops, number 9 and number 6. So they need to make dex saves. One fails, one succeeds. So Laura rolls lightning bolt damage.
Oh.
Hell yeah, pretty solid.
Hell yeah.
This one, which one was the one that... Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, that finishes Alora's go. That's going to be the Cyclops' turn. All right.
No.
2 great club attacks at Lukas.
Bring it.
21
Oh shit, yeah, that hits.
for 21 damage. Second attack, 12.
Does not hit.
Nice. The next one is going to take just 1 great club attack at Xelran for 26.
Goodbye, me.
For 23.
Goodbye, me. Alright.
The next one is...
I don't
The
have
next
any
one throws a rock at Fen for 14.
And I'm pretty sure that misses.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
the next one... How far? It is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, cool. This one is going to throw a rock at Allura, but he has disadvantage because she's farther away. Okay. Crit fails. And then the final one is going to throw a rock at Adelaide. Ah, God, that doesn't feel good.
That is. Oh my god.
It doesn't even it doesn't feel good as a DM when you crit, you know? It just doesn't feel good anymore.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, they haven't even had a dent in them yet.
I know. What happened to the 4 hit points, Carlo?
You know, things happen. Fen, you're up.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant! Thanks. We're gonna do the same thing again because I'm learning how to play my own character. Haha. Okay. We're gonna go for the same number 7.
Okay. Uh, 18 to hit. That hits.
Stabby stab.
Nice. Okay, you have a second
And we
attack.
go again. 10.
Misses sadly. Cool. Bung. And then
He's smaller people.
he dodged out of the way of the second one. Cool. Anything else, Fen?
Nope.
Cool. Xelran, go ahead and make me death save.
Okay. And also, yeah, his expeditious retreat drops as well.
Oh.
And yeah, okay, let's do this. And okay, we're already off to. He might die on the first episode. That would suck.
Please stop traumatizing Fen. This wasn't planned. Come on.
Clara has other children.
This has to be a scripted death.
Then there's just Lucas, who doesn't know any of these guys.
Adelaide, go ahead and make a death save.
Oh, yep.
Oh my fucking god! No! Dude, this has this is a
and it was all a dream.
I have yeah, this is a scripted death. I have a feeling. Something tells me. Please.
Okay, so Lucas, you're up. Lucas, you're up.
Okay. Bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
Oh, that's half crap. But you know what? Health is health.
Yep.
Then I'm going to attack the fucker in front of me with my dual-bladed scimitar
Go for it.
for an 18.
18 hits. I'm officially back as DM.
7 slashing plus 2 lightning.
Lucas, finish this Cyclops.
Oh, thank fucking god. Yeah, you just see that Lucas jabs one end of the scimitar in currents of lightning, or just kind of shocking through like parts of his arm and the shaft of his weapon, and he just pulls it upwards, slashing the Cyclops all the way upwards through him, and then the Cyclops just falls to the ground.
It hits the ground, no longer moving. All right, 1 out of 5 dead. Let's go.
I'm not done yet, because you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna burn my action surge while I'm here.
Oh, hell yeah. Go for it.
And I'm gonna go after, and I'm gonna move up and go after number 7 here.
Hell yeah.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. 10 slashing and 1 lightning.
Okay, this one's also looking fucked up.
Now it's the end of my turn.
You got it.
Question to anyone else. Really quickly, sorry. Quick question to everyone else. Am I high, or is everyone else not seeing the yellow and red like glow rings around them?
Oh, same.
I'm seeing mine.
Wait,
Oh yeah, I can see it on you. But
yeah,
not on the
but like yeah.
Not on the enemy. Not
usually,
on the enemy NPCs.
Usually that gives us hope, but I don't see hope here.
Okay, Mr. still has only 1 death save.
Okay.
I am not entirely sure why that is. I'm sure it's some weird shard setting that I messed around with, but so then Alora's turn. She's going to 6 feet. Okay. Cool. Dang. Okay. Screw it. You know what? Yeah. Let's spend a spell slot here.
She's too dead to do anything.
25, 30. So she can get right about here. Oh, she can get actually right about here. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10. Okay, cool. You see that Alora taps her staff twice in the ground, casting a Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, shit.
She's going to restore 3d8 plus... What's her spell count? So 3d8 plus 5. Go ahead and roll. So, oh, Jesus. Really
my
low
God
rolls.
damn it!
That is so sad, but Adelaide and Xelran, you regain 14 HP.
Okay. That's more than what we had! Whee!
And
She
plus,
says-
that kills Adelaide's failed death saves. So
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, wait, you said how much do we gain back?
14.
Okay, I was
Because,
right.
yeah. Cool. So she taps her staff, and you guys stand up. She looks at both of you and says, I'm not sure who you are, but no resting on the battlefield.
Thank you for the assistance.
She nods. And yeah. Then the Cyclops is going to go. The one by Lukas is already dead. So then
hey.
this one, looking at Xelran, is like, oh, it like whack-a-mole. It stood up again. Swings his great club again.
Lukas just kind of looks and is like, wait, these guys know whack-a-mole?
Of course we know whack-a-mole. 12 to hit, Xelran.
Oh my god. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Fucking whack-a-mole. I don't know why, I'm sorry. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Oh my
28.
god, are you kidding
It's a
me?
hit.
Yes, that hits.
17.
Ah, fuck me, I'm back on the ground.
Little boy's down again.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Alright.
Next one. The next one tries to Great Club at Fen. 17.
Yes.
Okay, second attack. 12.
No.
Okay, and
Wait,
it is bludgeoning.
what type of damage is it, huh?
It's bludgeoning, by the way. It's bludgeoning, by the way. I know.
And it's fucking nothing.
I know.
Yeah, Lukas sees that and is like, the fuck?
This Cyclops is just having like a hard time hitting you as the Great Club is making contact with you, but it's like hitting like the side of like a wall, and it's like weird for him. Cool. So then the next Cyclops throws a rock at Alora. Yeah, hits. Takes damage.
God damn it.
Alora's looking really, really rough. And then the final one throws a rock at Adelaide.
Oh no, yeah, go ahead.
Whee!
Oh
Dirty
my
20.
god.
Dirty 20.
Damn.
This is
Damn.
12 damage though.
Oh, you're fucked now. Okay. I'm going to use my
still
reaction to use I have Rebuke of the Talisman, so when I'm hit by an attacker, I can use my reaction to deal psychic damage.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Up to my charisma modifier, so let's not get too excited. He's taking 3 psychic damage.
3 psychic. Okay, gotcha.
Brings him down.
Getting pushed 15 feet away.
15 feet. Okay.
Though that may not make much of a difference.
He hits like very like anime-esque, like hits the wall behind him and it leaves like a crater in the wall. He's that ends that reaction. So Fen, you're up.
Okay. So, seeing his who is basically his fucking cousin, like their families are that close, down for the fucking second time. This man can't help it. He has barbarian in his brain. He is going to drop the flame blade and rage. Because he's angry.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Roar, you rage.
This is an angry man. And he's... Okay, am I allowed to fucking run to Xelran and put himself, like, stand on over him?
Like the yeah,
Like,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like stand on top of him so he's like, can't fucking hit him if I'm here.
At first I thought you
Was it
were.
when-
At first I thought you were
Lucas
teabagging him.
Yeah, basically I'm teabagging you. Protect.
Then Lucas, Lucas just kind of watching this raging tiefling run off, and he's like, "Wait, what about this guy?" Points.
You'll
to
be fine! And that, because that rage is a bonus action, so now
yes, have an action.
since his flaming sword is gone, he's gonna pull out his fucking his what's trident, fucking trident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's just gonna fucking stabby stab number 6.
Go for it. Roll an attack. 15 hits.
And then
Oh.
+2 because of the rage.
Oh, plus
Oh,
2
yeah.
because of the. Hell yeah.
Rage.
Fen, go ahead and. How do you want to do this?
Okay, so
Oh.
angry boy on top of his friend, just fucking like you would hold a fucking shovel, just fucking digs it into his fucking shin. Just screams and just goes fucking.
And he looks down at you and is like, "This is not like whack-a-mole," and he falls backwards as this shovel digs completely into, this trident digs into his shin, and he hits the ground behind him, no longer moving as the wall crumbles behind him.
Okay, I get a second attack still.
That's true.
He fucking rips it out of this shin, turns to the closest one, which is fucking number 8, screams, fucking throws it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're there. 23 hits.
And then +2.
Plus 2, gotcha. Mole whack you. Hell
Sobie
yeah.
trash and whack-a-mole you.
That's...
Guess where that's going?
Oh, definitely.
Cool.
Put that on the fucking quote wall.
Anything else, Fen?
No, it just screams.
You got it. Xelran, you're up.
He's gonna roll.
That save.
Yay!
Success.
He
Yay,
sort of
fuck.
gets motivation from the other side, from you know, in this dark, in this realm. I don't know what I'm saying. He hears things.
Yeah. You're like floating and you hear that voice. And then, cool. That's going to be Adelaide, you're up. Lucas, you're on deck.
All right. I'm seeing. Damn, we still have 3 to go. All right. I'll go ahead and cast Shatter on number 8.
Hell yeah. Con save?
Yes, it is.
You got it.
All right, buddy. Does he? I believe he takes half damage still.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
5 or 6. Depends on if you're running up or down.
We'll round up. So 6.
That's very kind of you. That's it for me.
You got it. Finishing Adelaide's go, this can be Lucas.
All right, I'm gonna go a stabby on number 7.
Oh yeah. Roll your attack.
All right. 17.
17 hits.
9 slashing plus 3 lightning.
Okay. This one is looking really, really fucked up.
Okay, and bonus action. Because this is a double-bladed scimitar, I can make a bonus action attack, but it'll only deal 1d8 plus my modifier. So I'm going to stab this guy again.
Here we go.
12.
Sadly, that will miss.
God damn it.
finishing Lucas's go, that's going to be Laura, who, let's see. She looks around at the party and says, would you all like some healing, or do you prefer I do damage?
Just take him down, Alora.
Right. She points her staff towards this guy, number 7. And she's going to cast Cone of Cold at 7th level, so it's 10d8. So then he's going to roll a con save, number 7. He fails, so he takes the full 10d8. Let's go! Woo. Oh yeah. Takes 46 damage.
Oh,
this
he's
one's
gone.
dead. Yeah. All right. Cool. That finishes Alora's go. This Cyclops tries to swing at Xelran, but instead swings at Fen. 26.
Hits.
18 bludgeoning, so nothing
And nothing.
happens. So then he swings at you again, and still nothing happens. Bung! He tries to hit you, but it's like hitting a wall. It's so strange. And then, and then this final one over here, throws a rocket at Laura Vysoren. 19 to hit, that hits. Oh yeah. 38 points of damage. Laura goes down. Fen,
yeah,
you're
we're
up.
fucked.
Oh shit.
I will let you know that Laura does have access to healing spells.
Oh, great.
So does Angry Man. If he has a healing spell.
Yeah, Fen, you're up.
But he's currently raging and wants to kill everything. So just don't
Yeah,
die,
you
okay?
Yeah, and you can't cast spells or concentrate on
No.
spells when you're raging.
So just don't. Okay, don't die. Okay, since his trident is currently embedded in the in number 8, he's gonna pull out his fucking hand axes and just throw them.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting off Xelran. He's staying here.
That will miss, sadly. But you have another one.
But that will also miss.
So
Damn.
So instead, he just fucking screams, "Leave!"
no. You see, the Fish's Fens go. Xelran, gonna make another death save.
Yeah! Wee! Ah! Fucking do it.
Uh-oh.
Adelaide, you're up. Lucas, you're on deck.
Seeing this woman fall in front of me, I'm going to run forward and cast Cure Wounds on her for 9.
She stands up, looks at you and is like, "Oh, thank you, dear."
Of course, had to return the favor.
She nods. Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
You got it. Finishing Adelaide's go, it's gonna be Lucas.
Let's see. Which one of these fuckers was the one that threw the rocket at Laura?
It would be this one.
Alright, so... Let's see. Perfect. I'm gonna use my full fucking speed to run in front of him. And I'm gonna stab the fucker.
Right.
25.
Hits.
7 slashing and 3 lightning.
Looking rough.
And then bonus action, dab him again.
Go for it.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Alright, so that's 1d4 plus 3. That's 7 points slashing damage plus 4 points lightning damage.
Looking really hurt. Probably on death's door. He's bleeding. He's like staggering. He's like, anything else, Lucas?
Nope, that'll do it.
Finishing Lucas's go. It's going to be Laura, who taps her staff in the ground twice again. And 5. So she's in range 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, everyone's in range. Cool. So she's going to upcast a Mass Cure Wounds. 5th, 6th, 7th, 7 for 4. No, 7 for 5. So everyone's going to regain. Everyone regains 25 HP.
Oh, hell.
Oh yes,
yeah.
so much
What do you do?
HP for me.
And the first thing that Xelran sees when he wakes up is just Fen's like taint. He just looks up and he's like, "What am I looking at?"
Cool. Alora heals the party. Does Mass Cure Wounds centered on that point? Okay, so it's each creature. So I'm gonna say because she's in that area, it would affect her as well. So I'll heal her as well. Okay, so she's looking way better. Cool. There's only 2 Cyclops left, and they're both looking really hurt. This little Cyclops is tired of hitting the wall, so instead it's going to throw a rock back at the wizards in the back. Throws a rock at Alora for an 18, which then hits for 23. She's back to hurt. And then this little Cyclops throws a rock. No, actually, he's going to hit a couple great clubs at Lukas.
Bring it. Yeah, ow.
22 bludgeoning. And last attack
Ow.
for 18.
I'm down.
Brutal. Finishing the Cyclops go, it's going to be Fen.
I have more shit to throw.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
fucking javelin time, bitch.
What's the Moon Knight meme where it's like, random bullshit?
No. That is part of it. He is definitely Run a bullshit go! Why do you think I have so much throwable stuff? He will just keep throwing stuff, and if I run out of javelins, I've got daggers, I've got all this shit.
Start throwing your clothes at him.
Nah, he's
For a
not
second, I thought you were
Stamos.
Fair.
For a second, I thought you were gonna throw Xelran at him.
If he actually did die, he would have.
Oh.
19 hits, good roll damage.
And then the +2.
+2, so 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Still
looking
alive?
really.
Okay, another
just
one.
Barely. Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Definitely hits, roll damage. Okay. This
8.
one is undead. Oh yeah.
Through the
Hey.
fucking eyeball.
Ooh.
Cool. There's one Cyclops left who looks around and kind of like panics. Yeah, but anything else then?
I'm just gonna turn to the next one and scream. Just no words, just scream.
He looks at you and like screams as well. Oh! Finishing Fen's go. You guys just scream at each other. Xelran, you're up.
And then he sort of gets up and he's like, "Oh, my neck. Thank you for covering me." And
Welcome! He's just angrily saying you're welcome!
and he says, "You know what? I think I'll stick here." And he's just gonna take out his crossbow. Well, his crossbow was already in his offhand. But takes out his crossbow and he is going to use. Firstly, he's going to do the Kensei's shot as a bonus action. So he's going to fire his bow.
Sad.
So he is going. Hang on, how far are we? Okay, he's in range. So he is just going to quickly. He says, "Well, shades of plans." He puts his crossbow away, and he's just gonna like run over, and he is going to use a key point to use Flurry of Blows as a bonus action.
Yeah, hell yeah. Roll your attacks.
That's one way to do it.
I don't see the. Oh, there we go. All right, so yeah, this is the first one. 25 to hit.
Oh shit!
Hits.
5 bludgeoning, and this is the second one. Oh my god!
Oh! Good roll damage. Oh.
Ooh.
Xelran,
Yes.
how do you want to do this?
Hey! After being knocked down twice from his from these assholes, he's just like, all right, and he just kind of waltzes over and he just fucking just boom. You can see like many fists, kind of like spectral fists, as if it was like a JoJo anime. They just start like,
No.
but he doesn't really say that. He just starts flying them. And
So to
Oh,
be
yeah.
fair, I can see Xelran saying that as he's doing it.
he's at the voice for it.
Hell yeah. You see that it hits the Cyclops square in the chest. He falls to the ground, no longer moving. We are officially out of initiative, and I gotta make sure I load the right map. Yes, I do. All right. The city falls quiet. You guys are the only ones remaining in the whole city. The rest of the city's completely empty. All the festival people have left. All the tavern patrons have left. Sammy is nowhere to be found. Alora must have sent Kima off somewhere. You guys are the only ones remaining in the city.
And I'm still unconscious.
Oh shit! Alora walks over. Alora walks over. She casts another. Let's upcast another Mass Cure Wounds. 7 for 5. So okay, everyone regains. Oh, not bad.
We needed that.
36. Everyone regains 36 HP.
Do I add that to my fucking?
No.
No.
Aww.
Fine.
Yeah,
Uh.
you see as Alora is casting the heal, Lukas kind of wakes up, sits up, and is like, "Oh fuck, that's a headache."
And Xelran's gonna go walk back over to Fenn's position, and he's gonna be like, "All right, thank you all." And he's just like, you can see he's on like the verge of just falling, kind of, because just due to exhaustion. Thank you guys for covering me, y'all. That was kind of you all.
Yeah, well, that was kind of stupid of you to try and confront a freaking Cyclops.
Whoa. I surely am my mother's son, all right. I know she would have done the same.
Yeah, that reminds me. Who the hell are you, anyway?
You can just call me Zell, but full name Xelran Dathana,
Idiot.
Prince of Hell.
You see Alora looks over at you, Xelran, and is like, "Sorry, did you say Xelran, Prince of Hell?"
Yeah, more like the second part. I don't know. I'm not the prince of all of it.
Wait,
Oh,
Alora, you know this guy?
I've only ever heard of. Well, I've only ever heard of you. I've never actually met you. I was friends with your mother a long time ago. Oh my god, it's so nice to actually finally meet you. And she walks over to you.
Wait, you're
Uh.
the Alora woman that she talked about?
Oh, I didn't know she talked about me. Yes, but yes, that's me.
Oh, you were a great aid to my mother back when she was an adventurer. I thank you.
Oh, well,
Wait, your mom was an adventurer.
Yeah, she used to
Who's-
walk her. She used to walk with a group of adventurers with my we'll just say cousin. My cousin, their father, or their father. They traveled together.
Ben just notices he's been mentioned and he just looks over and he's just like picking up all his fucking stuff that is embedded in these in these cyclopses. He's just on top of a cyclops pulling out his spear. He's trying to like, huh? Me? Hi.
Thank you again, Fen, for defending me there.
Yeah.
You're welcome, stupid.
I did get into a little bit of a I did an oopsie, one might say.
Yeah, I can definitely see the royal part with what happened here. The adventure, not so much.
Well,
It does explain the confidence.
and he
See,
looks
she gets it.
and he looks over to you, Adelaide, and says, "I don't believe we met.
I'm afraid we haven't.
Who might you be?"
Uh, Mona. I'm Mona Renat.
Mona.
Um,
Well,
you see,
hmm?
you see, Alora perks up at this, and Adelaide, you notice Alora. You don't know if she knows, but she is kind of sussing this out. Alora folds her arms and is like, "That's Mona." You said,
Yeah. Mona.
"Oh, okay." Well, I was just saying because, I've seen, it's festival. I've seen quite a few posters around town, and I was just wondering if, you know,
Oh, are you talking about that missing girl?
yes, yes, that's the one.
I've been getting compared to her all night long. I guess we bear some resemblance.
Oh, God, you must be getting tired of it. I'm sorry for assuming. God, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It happens.
All right. Well, if Lucas trusts you, then I suppose I have no reason not to.
I didn't say I trusted her. I just said that she understands what I'm saying.
Well, girl in the poster or not, I will say that that's one you know your way around a pen there.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah. I dabble a little bit in the artistic world myself, but I don't think I've ever seen someone with talent such as yours.
That's very kind of you.
I shall have to analyze that soon.
Fucking Fenkaen comes back with all his fucking shit, and just fucking like, slaps Xelran in like the back of the ear and says, "Stop flirting.
I'm
Be
not
fucking
flirt-
normal."
And I see
Yeah.
you've collected your belongings.
Well, yeah, you're welcome. These saved you. Would you like to be dead?
Oh, no. I'm just saying that's a lot. Thank you, spears, daggers, and knives, and other bladed, sharp objects that can kill someone.
Did you really need to bring all of that to a festival?
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, I brought this thing. Just holds out the double-bladed scimitar.
And I brought this thing as well, and he pulls out his cursed blade with like a shadowy sort of aura around it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but that's almost easier to hide in that. What the hell kind of costume even is that?
It's my dragon costume. I'm a sexy dragon. Everyone seems to like it. Well, I mean, it
Let me
worked.
guess. Yeah, let me guess. You mean all the ladies seem to like it?
No.
And there's the nobility peeping its head again. Lucas then kind of looks at his own costume, is like, yeah, and is like, oh, good lord. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. This thing is kind of a little cramped anyway.
I'm
Just kind of,
Oh, I'm sorry.
kind of takes it off, and underneath is his normal clothing and whatnot. Is like, oh dear gods, that actually was a little more stuffy than I was hoping.
Wait, you're not a guard? Yeah.
No.
Well, well, then why going around dressing up like a knight then?
That was her idea. Points to Laura.
Okay, so I gave him originally a wolf costume, and he didn't like
and I
it.
told you, you know why I didn't like it, Laura.
Well, okay, it's just I just thought the wolf costume would be cool. and then he didn't like it for a very obvious reason. And then I gave him a night costume. So it's just a spell.
Well, make sure he doesn't look too convincing, because people would be up to, mistake him for a knight.
It's just as
Me, as
convincing as your sexy dragon costume is.
Mine draws attention, and it doesn't stand out from any of the other. I don't look. At least I don't look around, going around here looking like a hedge knight.
You know what?
Your
I'm not
tits are
stupid.
out. He says as his own tits are out. Like he's standing there in just pants and a huge ass cape. Like he's a hypocrite. He doesn't care.
I'd rather have my tits out rather than. You know what? Anyways, let's not get into it. How about you?
Oh my god, you two actually are related.
Technically,
Technical-
somehow.
Yeah, you're
Spend
both
too
idiots.
much time around him.
Well,
What?
How about we all quit this area and go get get ourselves a drink on me.
That has been the first non-stupid thing you've said all day.
Well, that won't be the first, and I assure you that.
Dope. You guys head off to get a drink. We see Laura looks at you guys and is like, I'll catch up with you guys in a sec. I need to check on something. Lucas, you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine, Alora.
Okay. Pats you on the shoulder. You guys walk off. You guys go get a drink at a tavern. You guys make merry, sitting around this table. There's this kind of scared bartender who, now that the commotion outside has stopped, kind of peeks his head back over the bar and is like, "Hi, is everything okay now?"
Yeah, we took care of it.
Though I'd say you're gonna need someone for cleanup duty because, oh boy, that's a mess.
All right.
Don't worry. King Drakion will fucking handle it.
You mean the
Right.
guy that teleported out?
Yeah.
I'll believe King Drakion handles anything the day I see it. Well, anyways, and he stands up and is like, "What can I get, everyone?"
You guys can order anything on me.
Great. 3 shots of whatever's your strongest.
He looks at you and is like, "Okay, sure. We can give you." And he passes you 3 shots of Fireball.
Oh yeah, also in whatever these guys are having.
And Xelran's gonna look to the other two, Adelaide and Fen.
I'll take some shots of Fireball.
Slides you over a shot.
I said shots.
Slides you over another shot.
And as
They'll do.
for you, my lady.
I don't actually drink. I'll just have a water.
Alrighty. And you can get me a large pitcher of that fine Fireball, if you would please. I need something to let go of my shoulder pain.
You see, he says,
Shoulder pain.
"An entire pitcher for I'm not one to judge." He just goes and grabs a pitcher and sets it down on the table.
Oh please, this is. And he said, "Oh please, don't worry. This is nothing like you would get in Dis."
Well, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word. And you guys get drinks. You see eventually, Alora comes back into the tavern. You see, she says, sorry if I'm interrupting anything. I don't know if you all were trying to get drunk off your ass, but
Yeah, no, you find Kima?
yeah, she's on her way back to Zadash now. She had to. I had to check something as well. One of the Cyclops is awake. I couldn't find King Drakion, fucking... Of course, like, right after I praised him, he had to do something cowardly, right? Anyways.
Right out.
I would trust him as far as
one
I
of-
could throw him.
Yep.
I barely know most of the people here, honestly.
Well, Cyclops is awake. I've gotten some information about... Well, he's not giving me a lot, but I've gotten a little bit. If you all wanted to come with me.
Wait.
Fen's already standing up. He's down the 2 shots. He's pulling out his trident, and he's already leaving. He's gonna go get this information.
Lukas is also standing up and making way.
And Xelran's also gonna get up, and he says, was he withholding any information? Did it seem like it?
Sort of. There was one question that well, it's better that I just show you. And she guides you guys out of the tavern. She walks over to this one Cyclops who's like magically restrained. And you see that she says, she walks into the Cyclops who's kind of like laying on the wall and says, "Now, will you explain again, please? Who sent you?" The Cyclops looks at Laura and goes, "Nobody. Nobody sent me." "Nobody sent you?" "Yes, that's what I said. Nobody told us to come here and gave us clear instructions. That's what happened." And Laura says, "But you were just saying that this..."
Can Xelran go up to Allura and says, "Might I try?"
Yes, by all means.
So
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
he is going to... is it possible I can cast Prestidigitation and Thaumaturgy around the same time?
Sure, it's a cantrip, yeah.
Alright, so he's gonna cast Prestidigitation, and he's gonna take on his true form, and he just like grows, like you can see his size begin to sort of like grow, and his horns become like larger, and his hair sort of like falls like behind him, like, and his horns is just sort of blocking off the hair from even going in front of his face. And his feet start to grow these like little hooves, and with Thaumaturgy, he is going to amplify his voice, and he's just gonna look down at this Cyclops, and he's gonna like just sort of slowly walk over, sort of kind of like intimidatingly, and it's just gonna be like, "Now, I'm only gonna ask you this once. Who sent you?"
Roll intimidation at advantage.
Alright, intimidation, boom, advantage, damn it!
But you see that Allura goes and casts this spell, and essentially the Cyclops is in this area where... Oh, I actually need to roll something here.
Oh no.
You see this Cyclops is in this area where he magically cannot tell lies. She goes and casts a Zone of Truth spell, and she says, you see the Cyclops looks and says, "It's the truth. Nobody sent us." You see Allura goes, sorry. What did nobody look like? Nobody was a man. Had a black cloak. Purple hair. Never seen anything like it. His name was Nobody. His name was Nobody.
You see Lucas's eyes kind of go wide in sort of shock and surprise, and you kind of hear that his breath kind of quickens, and he's like, No, you. And then he just kind of takes his scimitar, just points at the Cyclops, and is like, "Where did you meet him?"
Met him in cave in north.
When?
Yesterday.
What did he send you here to do?
Needed to look for someone. That's what it was. Look for Starr.
You see, he kind of backs up and is like, "Oh, that son of a bitch."
And you see, she says, "And what were you saying before I brought my friends here? You were mentioning that you had benefactors. People that... the more than just this one purple-haired man that's paying you to do things for them," says. "Midnight Order. Looking for chain breaker. Magic people." Laura goes, "And how are you taking them?" "In the darkness. All magicians taken." "Where?" And you see that the Cyclops will not reveal this piece of information. But he says, "Home." Laura goes, "That's all I've got."
You see, Lucas puts his weapon behind his back and just kind of walks away for a quick bit, turns back and goes, "God." And then at this point, he's kind of muttering to himself, just like, "What the hell is this guy playing at?" And yet, he's just kind of muttering to himself. All you can get, most people can get from that, is just along lines of double-sided game or various iterations of that, and you can see that Lucas is definitely getting very, very flustered and sort of panicky.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. Okay, Fen is his trident is away now, and he's just been watching Lucas. He's just been watching, and now seeing him start to get upset, he walks over and just like stands in front of him and then like holds out his hand, just like open-handed, and just says, "Count the lines."
What?
Count the lines. It will stop you from panicking, then you don't freak out. Do it.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, kind of very confused and unsure of what Ben's kind of talking about, just kind of looking, sort of counting, and then it just kind of like, fuck. And then kind of turns to Laura and is like, that's all this guy's gonna be saying.
You see that she says, "Most likely. Though, Kima should be back soon, and she mentioned that she might have found something about the Midnight Order. And she's bringing some information back, and she'll be back soon.
Yeah.
You see that she, like, puts a hand on your shoulder and, like, says, I mean, listen, you should rest. This has been a lot, I know. So, let's all just, take a bit to breathe, right?
I'll be fine. Besides, at this point, we've got more problems that are going to be coming up sooner than later.
Okay, I know, but you have to pace yourself. You can't just... No, I'm sorry. These things do need to be dealt with, but let's...
Laura, this is going to sound really fucking stupid, but I can't really say much, but I know who this guy's talking about.
You do?
Unfortunately.
Great. So, then who is this?
It's complicated, but all I can say is it's someone connected to my past. And not in a good way.
Oh. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And
that's not even the worst part.
then what is?
The star.
Realization dawns upon her face. Oh. As in...
Yeah, her.
Oh. This is more complex than I thought.
Yeah, and apparently either she's coming here or she's already here, I don't know.
You see that, Adelaide. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw really quick?
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit!
Oh.
Oh, no.
Fucking dies.
You, as Laura and Lucas are having this conversation, you see, that the world around you begins to lose color, and you begin sort of falling backwards as if you were pushed by the shoulder in slow motion, and no one else seems to react. In fact, the rest of you just see Adelaide standing there still, but Adelaide is the only one who can see herself falling backwards. And you hear just this phrase over and over again, as if being whispered. Arcanis Arcanorum, Arcanis Arcanorum, over and over again, before the world regains color and you are no longer falling. You are present in the moment.
I'm just gonna kind of get my bearing and look around to see if anybody else noticed.
Nope.
Xelran did kind of glance, just like around after, like, you know, watching Lucas and Alora talk, but he wasn't. He just thought that you were just kind of just standing there. But
you see that Laura says. Laura looks to you, Xelran, and says, I hate to trouble you, but do you reckon you could get in contact with your mother? Things are going to get quite complicated.
yeah, sure, but what's going on? Why would we need to get her involved?
You see that as she, like, goes to start explaining, Kima arrives again, and is like, sorry it took so long. She looks around at the lot of you guys and goes, oh, hey, sorry, we haven't met before. I'm Kima, Laura's wife. Kill her, I'll kill you. I have info on the Midnight Order. Just, okay. So, and she pulls out a book, and flips open to a page, and she says, so, okay. They are, from my understanding, a cult. They worship this, I've never had run-ins with this god myself, but they worship this god, Tharizdun, who wishes to bring about the end of the universe. And Laura, you mentioned a chain breaker? She nods. Kima says, right, well, this Midnight Order, the reason they keep kidnapping magicians like Alora and other mages that we've known is because they're looking for a way to free him from this prison that he was imprisoned in a long time ago. And they're hoping that one of these mages is kind of like a chosen one who will bring Tharizdun back. And you see that she says, I also got in contact with one of my associates in the north. Said something similar happened before. An entire village of mages went missing, and a team was sent there to investigate. Nothing. A team was sent there to investigate as a follow-up the next day, and their bodies were all there and their eyes were missing.
You see Lucas thinking that is kind of listening to this, thinks for a second, looks to Kima and is like, wait, did you say Tharizdun?
Yeah, do you know something about him?
Not me, no, but... And kind of turns to Laura's like, does this have to deal with something... Oh, this is gonna get very complicated.
Xelran also...
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it looks to Laura's like, this is gonna get complicated, and you know my dad can't come here anymore.
I know. We'll figure something out. We have time. That's the good thing, is we have time.
Yeah, we have time, maybe, but we don't know how much. And also, considering the fact that my dad was the idiot who decided to make a pact with Asmodeus for some stupid reason that I still don't understand.
Okay, well, it worked out in the end, didn't it? And I don't know, it's kind of hard to have control over a soul from beyond the Divine Gate. I don't know.
It's fair, but... No, great. Alright. Why, of all the times that this had to happen...
As soon as he hears Thanos, like the tea god, I can't say his name. Fenkaen is looking at Xelran and just processing. Then he hears Asmodeus, and then he's like, "What? Hold on," because he. This is Stamos we're talking about. He tells this story every year. He knows the story off by heart. And so he's just looking between, there's Alora, there's this kid whose dad made a pact with Asmodeus, there's Hellera's son, and he just has a moment and then goes, are we... My dad's name my dad's name is Stamos. And then we've got Hellera, and I'm guessing your dad was a part of the bullshit story I hear every year.
Wait. Your dad is Stamos, and his mom is Hellera.
Yes, this is where I'm going.
God damn it. Yeah, my dad was also part of That same adventuring party.
Right.
And during this entire conversation, you can see Xelran was like looking down, kind of thinking to himself. And he's just kind of like sitting there. He's like, "Is this? Do you think that this was like planned for us to all meet like together like this?
Incredibly so.
Bad enough that we already involved an innocent woman here." Looks towards Adelaide, and then we gotta deal with a god that not even our parents could even fathom.
Lucas kind of turns to Adelaide and is like, I mean, unless you're somehow related to this same adventuring party we're talking about.
I can't say I am. Am I missing something here? Are you guys talking about this god like you're actually gonna band together and do something about it?
Well,
okay, to be fair, that does sound kind of stupid, but sorry, Allure. Let me
look at our lineage. Look at our lineage.
Yeah. Even we wouldn't even think to take this thing, or just to go in hog wild, taking everything down, especially not this thing.
Also, crash course of what we're talking about. That guy that was in the dragon costume
I'm still here.
I'm ignoring that. His mom is the queen of hell. Well, of a part of hell, I guess, and a part of an adventuring party that did some shit. How many years ago, Laura? I honestly can't keep track of shit here.
Oh, God. What, 10, 20 years ago? God, I'm so old.
It was before I was born, so about 20 years ago. Maybe a little bit more.
Oof. God.
Shit, it's been less for me, but anyway, moving on from that. Apparently, the other tiefling in the barbarian look, his father was also part of that adventuring party. And so was my father. I guess, all things considered, introductions are probably needed to clarify some things, but yeah, for you two who probably have already put it together, yeah, my father was Jason Tenjiro.
I figured.
I'm his youngest kid, Lucas.
My mother did mention your father here and there, but around that time, her mind was starting to kind of get clouded, considering that entire latter half of her adventure was so hard on her after her father she had to kill her father, so she usually doesn't like to look around that time.
Yeah, no shit, I heard about that.
But yes, she has mentioned you. Well, she's mentioned your father.
Yeah, likewise with your mother. And your father, too, I guess. Points over to Fen.
It's one hell of a coincidence that you guys are all here together.
Well,
honestly, I'd rather have it be a coincidence than some sort of damn fate thing.
That's what my mind is leading to. This can't be a coincidence. Especially you, Lucas. Sorry, I forgot your especially you, Lucas. Considering that, if I recall, your father wasn't from around here, and the fact that you, the son, happened to be here around the time where me and Fen meet up.
Yeah,
that can't be a coincidence.
My dad wasn't from around here.
It can't be fate.
There's also one thing we're missing here. Along with that adventuring party, there was another person, a lot like my dad. Wasn't from around Wildmount, wasn't even from Exandria even, but another dimensional plane, whatever you want to call it. I've known her since I was a freaking teenager, but her name was Cristalina Starr.
Xelran
And if that Cyclops, if that Cyclops is right, is nobody is looking for her.
Xelran kind of picks his head up and he says, wait. Cristalina Starr, like the Cristalina Starr. The one that my mother used to tell my sister's stories of.
Yeah, the same frickin' person.
Huh.
She and my dad went way back before even my sister was born.
Well, from what I've heard, she's much like... And he just sort of puts his head down. He just couldn't even like form words because he's just like shocked at everything that's going on.
You guys see that yeah, so eventually the city kind of remains quiet for a while, and you see that Laura looks at the group of you guys and is like, right, well, we know that this nobody person that apparently Lukas knows but can't divulge his identity is looking for Cristalina Starr. And we know that this Midnight Order is after magicians, wizards, sorcerers of any kind, which means that... And she looks over to Adelaide and is like, people like yourself and myself are in danger, as well as wizards all around the continent. And Excalibur, as much as Lukas, you heard me praise it earlier, as much as I believe in its innovation for the future of magic, it is quite a dangerous idea. I was able to find... I wish not to overwhelm you with information, so if you want to take a bit of respite before I show you my findings, before I show you my next discoveries, then we can do that.
Well, we're already starting to lay as many cards on the table as we can.
Right, well, I was shown this prophecy. Lukas, this was maybe a couple days before your father asked me to take you under my wing. I guess a couple days before kind of your studies started. You see that she says, I don't have very much experience in divination magic specifically. I was shown this place and I might be able to find more information. It's called the Hall of Prophecies. It's somewhere up north. I believe it is in the Rexxentrum area. I could be wrong. Adelaide, go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh. Alright. 15.
Laura mentions this Hall of Prophecy place being in the Rexxentrum area, and you know, like, that's the area you cannot go back to. Your father's there. And Laura says, we might be able to find more information there. I previously had worked with a group of adventurers that got a few names from this Sphinx. It's sort of a similar place, although not entirely the same. but it might lead us to information on how to arm ourselves better against these our enemies.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a travel. Do you think there's no information closer to us?
She looks at Kima, and Kima goes, there might be. We can check out there is a library here in Zadash called the Cobalt Soul. There might be some information there.
Might be best to check before we go head out. I mean, before you guys go head out.
Laura
You
looks.
don't want to come with?
I'm not exactly descended from great warriors.
Oh, I never said my dad was a great warrior. I said he was an idiot. But then again, some people say he's great, but to be fair, none of us, well, I know for sure I don't even hold a candle to what he's done or been through. That's honestly more my sister. But you're here with us now, and as much as I don't want to do this, the idea of having more people to get more information and to at least help us find Cristalina makes it a lot better in the long run.
And you already know too much, and there could be people going after you now. Who knows if him even saying anything could lead them into the people who actually know everything that went on here. So even if you were to split away, you wouldn't be safe. So it's probably...
I mean, unless we had any remaining mages do like a mind wipe or some sort. But that's a thing, right? Please tell me that's a thing.
Laura's like, I mean, it's not common, but sure, it's a thing.
But that's ultimately up to you. I'm not gonna force you, but it would be wise for you to come along with us.
Or I mean, there is the mind wipe idea.
Oh?
Well, yeah, I mean, as Xelran says, you can come along if you want to, or I can completely wipe your mind. I mean, I'd prefer not to do that, because you know, but...
No, I think I'd prefer to stick with you guys, actually.
Okay. Ooh, you know, I'm realizing that sounded maybe a little threatening. I apologize.
I'm glad to know that wasn't intentional.
So you're coming along?
I may as well.
Splendid, splendid. This gives me a chance to observe any more of your art endeavors.
Something about that comes off so strange.
I think it's the nobility thing. It's
nobility thing. Please, I didn't grow up anywhere here on this rock, at least.
You say you're a prince of hell. That still counts of nobility.
I don't know. I haven't encountered any nobles quite like that.
And I didn't say I was the prince of hell. I was a prince of a part of hell, which is a large city in which most of the demons reside. So, never mind. I just told on myself.
Allura looks and is like, do you know what? I think, though, that Hellera, I mean, it is hell, but, I mean, she has done, like, a lot of great work for the second layer of hell, and it's actually... Sometimes I go there for some, like, diplomatic purposes, and it's not bad. It's, once you get it past it being hell, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yes. And speaking of which, I should probably... before you all go on, would you mind giving me a few minutes to speak with my mother? I need to inform her of everything that's gone down here.
Yeah, honestly, I should probably at least talk to my sister. But, I mean... Honestly, she's probably gonna tell Dad, and the guy's probably just gonna get even more pissed that he can't make his way down here to help out.
And
we can all contact who we need to. But yes, I think that's what we need to do right now before we make any decisions or make any movements, let's contact who we need to contact.
And he's gonna look to Zelron's gonna look at Fen real quickly and he says, Are you gonna contact big boy? Your dad?
I think Lou might have already started dipping out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, ignore that. He's going to just step off. He's gonna step away, and he is just going to, I guess, perform a demon ritual, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say you are able to contact your mother, and you see a projection. You know, in Avengers Endgame, where they're talking to all the other Avengers, and it's like a projection.
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't have to. I didn't have to slit a goat's throat to call a demon. To call the Queen of Hell. Okay, cool.
You're the Prince of Hell.
Yeah.
I think that overrules some demonic ritual guidelines.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a projection of Hellera, who looks at you and says, "Hi, Xelran. Hey, what's up?"
Hey, Mom. So, I know I haven't even been gone for that long, and there's something you need to know that's happened here. I'm not sure if you've already seen it, considering, you know, you're everywhere, but it seems that whole debacle with Tharis Dune and everything that's happened seems to be catching up with us. And I'm here with Alora, along with the son of Jason, and the and you already know Stamos' child. Yeah, my childhood cousin.
Hellera nods at this and is like, "I had a feeling that it wouldn't be over. Something about Asmodeus felt too easy. Well, in any case, yes, I will, wish it was easy. I will find whatever information I can find, but I think this is going to be an issue that continues to grow. I have a contact there down in, well, I guess up, you know, but in Exandria. I forget her name, but she goes by Voice of the Tempest. She lives in Taldori. If you want to find her at some point, she'd be a great ally. But I will
Voice
go
of
for it.
the Tempest?
Voice of the Tempest. She's one of... It's been a while since we talked, but she's one of the Ashari tribe in Taldori.
Okay. Well, I'll relay this to Alora. Well, I mean, they're all here. Would you like to say something to Alora? I mean, it's been a while since you've talked.
You see Hilaire looks at Alora and is like, "Oh my god, hey!" And Alora goes, "Hey, good to see you, good to see you."
Lucas is
Yeah.
already walking off to contact other people.
And he, Zelron quickly, he's like, "Oh yeah, and that's the son that I was telling you about. It's him. And he's gone."
Okay. And you see that Alora goes, "Oh, right, she is Voice of the Tempest now. Keyleth." And Hellera nods and is like, that's her name, yeah. So, she'll be great. I don't know how much time we do have left. I know that once... The Midnight Order has a goal, and they are moving towards it fast. When they hit it, Exandria is going to be... There's going to be an apocalypse. There's no other way to describe it. So I think I'll keep finding info, and I'll keep updating you on whatever I find.
Okay. Take care, Mom. Hopefully,
Yep.
next time we talk, it'll be actually on less bad terms. I need to come back and visit sometime.
She says, yes, you do. All right, sweetie, I love you.
I love you too. Oh, and tell Mom I said bye-bye and hi and such.
All right, we'll do. The call ends. And then Lucas, you go and contact Dawn.
Yep, because I do not want to talk to Dad right now.
You go and contact Dawn, who I have not an intensive character study on yet, but yeah, what do you say?
Well, first, in terms of ways of contact, it'd be kind of similar to the projecting screen for that Xelran did, but more like a. Oh God, what the fuck's the word I'm looking for?
Fit?
It's more technological device thing than actual magic screen popping up.
Mhm.
And as it's like as he's sort of like trying to get a hold of Don is just like, come on, pick up, please, for the love of gods. I do not want to try and call Dad right now.
You see, she eventually picks up. It's like, hey.
Hey. Yeah, that's a very, very loaded question right now. Listen, you remember that story Dad told us about in his trips throughout Wildmounts with that group of adventurers and how he was an idiot and made a pact with Asmodeus?
Oh, yeah, the devil. I could not forget the devil part. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no one can forget the devil part, because fucking now because anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, so along with a bunch of other shit, apparently that's happening, and somehow I got roped into it.
How the fuck did this happen? How in the fucking...
Hey, if I could choose to get out of it, I would, but apparently I can't. It's fate or some bullshit like that. And here's something that's even worse. Cristalina is somehow involved.
Lucas.
I'm not joking.
The last time something like this happened, where it was like fate or something, and Cristalina was involved, it was like...
Yeah, don't remind me. Look.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, if I could back out of this, I could, but some stuff is creeping up, and at this point, if I step away from this, then it's going to probably not be good for everyone here.
So, okay. Here's the then giant as big as fucking elephant in the room, right? Do we tell that?
If he's not listening to the conversation, fuck no. What? He can't do anything. The council said that he cannot provide any aid whatsoever to Exandria because of the whole Asmodeus thing.
Oh, yes, but hey, idiot, you're his son. I would think he would like to know some shit going on with his son. You know, that's just my thing.
Look, I get that, but he's already got enough to worry about after the last time that he found out what other shit I've been up to. Okay. Do you want me to come down there then? I mean, really think it's a good idea to have 2 kids of Jason Tenjiro show up, and apparently Cristalina as well?
Right. Okay. I see that.
You might actually be able to do me another favor, now that I think about it.
And what's that?
So, like I said, you remember the last time I traveled before the whole Asylum in Exandria thing, and I told you about the fucking nobody guys?
Oh, yeah, long time ago, yeah.
Look, I need you to help me figure out something.
Okay.
I need you to see if it's possible if one of them may have left that plane and somehow traveled to another one.
When you say left the plane and traveled to another one, how do you mean?
Like what we do.
Oh. Oh. I didn't... Okay, I'll look into that. I didn't know they could do that, but I'll look into it.
Neither did I. As far as I knew, it was impossible. I mean, traveling to different worlds within that plane, yeah, that was easy as all get out, but this is something different, and I don't like it. And you see, Lukas just kind of looks around to see if Zigbar is even... Let's see if Zigbar is, like, staring at him somewhere or whatnot.
He is not.
He kind of leans in and is like, figure out if it's been possible lately and how that could have happened, all right?
Okay. Anything else you need?
Several things, but I mean, at this point, not much else can be done.
All right. I'll look into this whole plane shifting Malargus. I'm not, well, I'm not an expert in it though, but I'll look into it.
Yeah, and actually see if you can glean some information from Dad about Tharizdun in general.
All right.
Without him knowing that this shit's going on, if at all possible.
Right. I got it. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, remember I hate you, and please hesitate to call me. And she hangs up the phone.
Wow.
And you
Lucas pockets the communique thing, kind of gives a light smile and is like, same old Dark Flame Princess, and walks back to the rest of the group.
Cool.
Can I say during Lucas's call with her, can I would want to go up to Adelaide and talk to her about the about her art and her sketchbook.
Oh no.
So, what kind of stuff do you make? It just takes him a while to get the words out.
Oh dear lord. Okay. It's mostly portraiture, but I use it to help me cast spells as well. It's like a kind of focus.
I saw that was amazing. I might have to learn a little bit from your prowess, because my abilities don't seem to be as good as yours. Especially not good enough to fucking throw yourself into a blanket of armor as well. So that's points.
Well, what about yourself? What kind of art do you do?
I mostly, whilst, walking and doing my traveling, I mostly like to sit around maybe like a rock or so, and I like to paint out the scenery as I see it. And sometimes I do like to observe people and paint them as I see them.
How do you see people?
I see them for what they are. And, well, from what the information I can glean from them. Usually I get this information from their mannerisms, their looks, their aura, one might say.
It's a very interesting process.
Yes. It's quite therapeutic, especially with the harsh world out here, and something tells me that with everything going down that I'm only going to get more inspired.
Harsh world. Are you not a prince?
Just because I'm a prince doesn't mean that the world can be harsh. Firstly, I'm not even from here. Secondly, my time here, I've seen the harsh reality, and I've seen what people go through. And so that's why I've dedicated myself and my abilities to helping out people as I possibly can.
How noble of you. No pun intended.
I don't do it for nobility. I do it because it's in my power. And if I have the power to help someone, then I do it. Not for clout. I wouldn't say. Hang on, back up. I didn't say clout. This is. I. I don't do it for the. I don't do it for the fame or anything like that. I'm not trying to get anyone's attention. It's just a way of giving back to the people who treated my mother so graciously.
Just gonna kind of glance up and down at the costume. No attention, eh?
And then he snaps his fingers, and he wants to prestidigitate himself back into his regular clothing, and you can see the cape sort of like falls down as well. Yes, there you go. Is this more suitable?
It's whatever you please.
But I asked you. I know how it is on me. I think I look fabulous. But how does it good? Am I good?
You look good.
All right, cool. Thank you. And then he turns around. He's like, he brings his arm down, his fist down. He's just like, score. And then he just walks away.
Of course.
But then he notices that Lukas came back, and I was like, Lukas, well, welcome back. How did your call go?
Well, it was alright enough. I mean, pretty much heard about the same as we've already heard before, but there's a couple of other things that everyone's looking into.
Pretty much the same thing here, except a couple of details. Something about a Tempest woman. Alora, you remember everything, right?
Yeah.
I need to keep I need to keep a journal around with me.
Yes. Well, I think the voice of the Tempest thing is much later, and I think she's quite busy anyways. But, all right. Well, do you all want to? My next, I guess the thing that we would want to do next is the Midnight Order is looking to find magicians and wizards all over the continent, and they're very, according to what Kim has found, very powerful group of people. Though, as I've said, there is a way to arm ourselves. I don't entirely know the full scale of it, but there's this Hall of Prophecies place in the north. Do we want to check that out, or do we want to get some rest first?
I mean, we all could probably use a bit of a rest, and
Yes, I could use this time to pick up any curative items, considering that I got my ass whooped.
yeah, you did.
Worry not, it
Anyway.
happens.
Not only that, we also have to look for Cristalina. If she is here in Exandria, she's probably in just as much danger as every mage here in Exandria.
True. All right. Well, yeah, we can get some rest for a night then. I will. We can find an inn. I will cover it since I was kind of the one who asked you all to come with. So it's on me.
I mean, to be fair, you literally dragged me here from the tower, so...
Anyways, let's go. You see that she finds you guys an inn for the night. She pays for the room. You guys get a long rest. And that's the end of the first episode.
Yeah! That was one hell of a strong start.
Yeah.
That is a great fucking start. Oh my god.
Oh, man. Thanks for playing. Thanks for those at home watching. And we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, streamers and wieners. Ah, you thought I was gonna say